Greetings and salutations, Dota fans! It is I, Badger, back for some more League of Legends Season 10 playoff action. We are here for the Losers Quarterfinals, and I am joined tonight by a man who has had many a Lance playoff run, Season 7 Lads champion, former Portland Burnsider, and current Lads winners finalist, KU. How are you in this fine evening?
I'm good. I'm excited to watch this game. I just played the Radiant team. It was 2-1, so it's a close series. So these guys are, both teams, they're good. It'll be exciting, hopefully.
One of those things where, I mean, both these teams have been defined by some really good skill player play, in sense of they had some players just pop off. Like, for example, we have on this Dire team, we have 4th year Lingus, who again has arguably been the best mid laner of the season. MMR wise, he's fluctuated throughout the season.
Off laner.
He's been demolishing this season. Like, I honestly, I was told during part of the season he was like ranked 200 on the leaderboard. I think he's close to rank 400 right now, but he's had a very good last few months. You know, Vico's had a fantastic season in the mid lane. Again, PMA, always reliable in the safe lane. Like Polar Ass, again, very similar story. Sonigod, one of the tried and tested, reliable carriers of the league. The beast of US East. I've called him the most electrifying offlaner in Lads. I stand by that. And then you have Whole City, who is having a playoff run for the ages so far.
Yeah. So they go with the first pick Primal. We played against this. They played this hero in our first game of their last series. But they did something I think was pretty weird. They left him solo off lane, and they tri-lane their safe lane. And I had like a 5-minute Midas, and then they lost. Because they did not contest me at all. So I don't think they'll do it again.
I remember it was one of those series I actually didn't get a chance to watch. I think it was the night when there were 3 playoff series at the same time, right?
Yeah, I think you were casting a different game.
Yeah, I think it was
same time.
Might have been Bold X versus Ultra Gunner or something. It's hard to remember all the series, but it sounds accurate.
Yeah. So one thing is, I obviously played both of these teams. I played Radiant twice, and I banned Visage against both of them. I think this hero is one of the hardest heroes in Dota to deal with right now, even in the last patch, but still right now. And I think giving Visage on 6-7 is manageable, but on first pick, if they pick Visage on the 8th pick, it's really, really hard to deal with. So Polar Ass, their answer is Pangolier, which I think this hero is pretty good against Visage. It can clear the birds pretty well, it can shred through Z, and Visage can't really kill Pango ever, like in his role. So this is one of the better answers. But this hero can run away with the game very fast. He buys some auras and stuff. It can be very hard to deal with.
I'm actually interested in seeing exactly what they do with this Omni Knights, whether they lane with the Visage, or they'll probably end up laning him 5, which is the more standard option, but I know we have seen a little bit of Omni Knight mid this season. The Beast of US East, for that matter, ended up playing it for Polar Ass, so perhaps Moozy is kind of be inspired by the mid Omni Knights too. Probably not, but it'd be interesting if it did.
Yeah, I think laning it with the Visage is not terrible, but it would probably still be a position 5, just laned with the ranged hero in the off lane. Would not be super surprising. They also might pick a different 4 that's also melee. I think Omni is pretty good. There were a lot of supports banned first phase. Undying and Wyvern by Dire, and then Shaker and Enigma by Radiant, which I think Polar Ass's bans are actually targeted at the offlaner. Shaker is like his best hero, and this Enigma hero can be both a 3 or a 4, but mostly a 3. But I think Omni was like probably the best support still in the pool.
I'm a little bit shocked these teams are banning out the Enigma so religiously. I mean, I get Nova is a very good Enigma, but I feel like there's ways to counter this Enigma, whether it's I mean, we've seen these root picks. You can even abuse the usage of the demonic conversion in lane. Like you see a hero like Enigma, right? Is inherently a hero who will anti-push the lane. He will drag the wave towards this tower equilibrium-wise. So I'm a little surprised you're not seeing teams like pick these heroes who can capitalize on that, and pick heroes who can push in the lane, and then supports who can pull efficiently. Like a hero like Wyvern, for example, would be a really good option to do that. But I guess with Wyvern being banned out, then not really an option anymore.
Yeah, they go Clock. I think this will be the Vicious partner. This lane is very strong. If Clock ever gets on someone, Visage will, his W will start stacking up, and it's a lot of damage. And supports can just chain feed to this lane, and even cores that don't have an escape. It'll be interesting to see what Radiant wants to do here to lane against this.
Oh.
I'd probably pick DB. But we'll see what they end up doing. I'm also not sure exactly if this Primal Beast is locked as a offlaner, or if they play this in multiple roles. They played it offlane against us, but I believe their 4 also can play it. And I think Clock is pretty good against this hero. Is like the battery assault is so annoying for Primal to go through. Oh, Phoenix. That's
there's already a ton of all chatting right now. have you seen the all chats? All City just keeps chatting. he is very interested in chatting right now. If I were on the Dire, like, I know I think it's Nova who plays a lot of Phoenix, right? I'd be saying, hey, you just pick my Phoenix to block pick it just to counter whole city. That's what I'd be saying. I'd be giving it, if I were Nova, I'd be giving a Cacao right now, just to get the hit back at whole city right now. Interesting. So we're locking it into Pangolier mid Primal Beast offlane with the Phoenix Lich support duo.
Yeah, I thought these would both be cores, the first two, but I don't love this support duo by Radiant. And they go Lina. That's a
good pick.
Pretty good Lina pick. I think this is by far the best mid hero in the game. I don't think it's close. I think Lina is the best mid hero. Faceless Void is the best carry hero, and I don't think it's really close on either. So the fact that this gets through to 18 is pretty crazy, and it's against Phoenix, which it's always great. And Pango will just die to Alina right-clicking, even in his ult. Assuming this guy goes for a right-click Lina build. But back to the Radiant support duo, I think Lich Phoenix feels pretty awkward. I also don't know. When they first picked Phoenix, I thought this would be the 5, and they just wanted someone that can get away from Clockwork, but they went Lich instead, or like with it, so I'm believing it's Lich 5, which I don't know how good it is in the lane against Visage Clock. I know the armor is nice against Visage in the game. It makes the birds do a lot less damage. But these are two ranged heroes, neither with a great stun. Lich's E is okay, but there's Clockwork, who can get on you and just feed off this Lich in the mid game. So I'm not exactly sure how this support duo will end up working. The good news for them is they do have 2 cores that go in, so these backline supports should have a easier game.
I guess I can go with the tried and tested strat of just don't get caught. Do not get hookshot. Do not get gone on by Lina Silver Edge. Just do not get caught. And if you can't get caught, you don't die.
True. There's a lot of carries banned, and both teams will probably be last picking their carry, unless I guess this could be an off or a carry Visage, but I'm almost certain it's going to be a 3. Faceless is banned. I think it would be good for both teams. I think TB is still good for Polar Ass, honestly.
Wait, you're saying KU are saying TB is good?
Yeah.
Next year, tell me Pudge is good.
Pudge is actually good here too. I think it goes really good with Lich actually, and it's okay against Visage. The birds, when you click your E, the birds don't do that much damage. You can buy Vanguard. But I think they should get a carry who will win this lane. And I'm not sure who still does that. Because Lich needs to win its lane, kind of. If you lose lane as Lich, this hero's pretty sad.
You can go for one of the classic combos with it. I mean, Jug is not bad. I know Jug got nerfed in the last patch, but you could go for the classic Jug Lich combo.
I was looking at Jug. It's okay. Bristleback is like that was my go-to against Visage, but I think this hero really sucks. I think Bristle is trash, and the only way it's good is if your mid will carry you. Yeah, Jug. I mean, that's a good call. It's kind of all that's left. It'll be interesting to see what Dire's response is. I would probably pick TB here, maybe Spectre. Oh, Sven. I kind of hate that pick. I don't love Sven against any of Radiant's heroes. I think it's okay against Jug, but these days Jug gets his shard and he gets a Mjolnir usually, which is better against Sven than like a Battle Fury and a Manta kind of build that Jug's used to do. And Sven would just click his E whenever you get Omni'd and wouldn't take that much damage. But I think this matchup is a lot better for Jug in the recent years, like recent year. And then I think Phoenix is one of the better supports against Sven. But I think the good news for the Sven is he's not exactly their only win condition. I think this Lina can just 1v5 this game. She has an Omni behind her. And if Sven is just stunning people, maybe blowing up one or two heroes, it should be okay. I think I like Dire's chances of winning here. I think Lina should just own this game. However, I think Radiant also has a good chance to win with their Primal Beast Phoenix. They have a lot of team fight in the role. So if they're able to take some good fights, they can definitely win this game.
I want to disagree with you just so I can be, the devil's advocate, have a 1-1 split, but I agree. I think, again, Vico is a very good Lina player. I think he's positioned to play a very good game. He's a hero who's good against Phoenix, good against Pangolin lane, matches up well into pretty much everything the Radiant have, so I would favor the Dire this game as well. We are paused, by the way, if you are a fan of delays. Both teams have not contributed. The Dire more than Radiance. Dire were a good bit late. Vico was getting home late from, I'm assuming, work. Maybe a booty call. You never know sometimes. Probably not, given it's Dota players. Now Radiant are also using their pause.
Yeah. One thing, it looks like this is Primal Beast mid, and it's going to be Hull City playing Pangolier offlane.
We have seen a little bit of role swapping between these two. Whenever you have a hero like, say, Visage picked or Pangolier picked, but I don't like this swap. I don't think I think I've seen a lot of players argue that Pangolier offlane is just so much worse than Pangolier mid, and I agree with that assessment. I think this hero is a bit too slow in the offlane nowadays.
Yeah, I think this hero with Diffusal and Ags and this level 15 talent with the Shield Crash cooldown and Ball is really, really strong. And I think the risk you run with an offlane Pango is you get shut out of the game, and maybe you have to buy just a blink or something, and just you fall behind. And I think that can make this hero look kind of bad. Radiant is smoking.
Yeah, they're 5-man smoke. Going around through, it was perfect smoke. They find CB. Not the first target they would go for First Blood, but First Blood nonetheless. It will likely go to Pangolier. Or maybe goes to Lich, never mind. So not where they wanted it to go, but it is First Blood nonetheless. Support on support, First Blood claiming. A lot of money for Levi there.
I don't know if he pre-skilled, but I think if he actually skilled his W there, he had like a an actual chance to live. Because this Omni W is insanely broken. Especially early, and they stacked a bunch of spells on him. So he would have been getting like, I don't know, 30, 40 regen.
This is another fight going on still in the river. Nova took a lot of damage, went for the rune, and did not get it, so it's 3 runes for Polar Ass, so it's first blood and 3 runes. That's a huge gain right there.
Yeah, Lich got first blood, which is probably not ideal. Usually want it on the mid hero, but this should help Dire have a better lane bottom, and also this Clockwork had to walk back to base, which should make Dire's bot lane a little worse early here.
Seems like both offlaners are not having a great time right now. Whole City is losing his trades. In the top lane, it seems like with the way the lane has started, fourth is not in a great place bottom lane, but
I would tip him here.
Well, I missed Whole City dying. I said he was having a rough laning phase, and well, he's dead. That is confirmed.
Definitely should tip him there. And then I would voice line twice, and then he would like type something in all chat.
Yeah, they're saving their tips for later. You know, he's gonna die more than 3 times. You only get 3 tips per game, so you gotta save your tips for later, KU. They know this.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you were talking about, right? Offlane Pango can be a little sus, especially if you have a bad start. But I mean, dying on the first wave is not the worst thing ever. He did not miss all that much. If you were to die here a second time, that would be like potentially game losing.
I love what CB is doing. CB is really sacrificing his own game, but he's just trading solo a whole city, and because of that, PMA's lane is just so incredibly free right now. He's 10-3 versus Pangoliers 5-0.
Yeah. I agree with what you're saying to some extent, but he double mangoed his Sven, which was insane, and I think that was terrible.
Now, CB, he's a selfless player. He's your 5/5.
Yeah, the thing is, Sven doesn't need full mana. Sven was sitting on full mana for like 15 seconds there, so his like built-in mana regen is not doing anything, and I don't like this guy only needs to cast Q, which he doesn't need 300 mana to do. But it's all good.
Big trade top lane. Whole City and CB again very low. The Whole City has 10 stick charges, so he's going to be completely fine. CB is forced to salve. And we have not looked at mid lane too much. So far, CS-wise, it has gone a bit in favor of Vico. He is 17-6 versus the Beast of US East, 11-2. And look at the trades the Lena's taking as well. He's a zone of the Primal Beast.
Bottom lane.
That will be a kill, perhaps on Sonic, perhaps on Nova. Both are low. Nova is in his own cogs. Sonic wants to kill, but cannot secure it. Levi can't get it either. So nobody dies in the bottom lane. Healing Ward is forced. Jesus. And that will be a trading of HP going on in the bottom lane.
Yeah, it's probably... Actually, I think both teams are okay with this. I mean, Clock has to walk back, which sucks for his game. If he died there, it might have been better, but this Visage got like 2 waves for free, basically. And Radiant doesn't really lose much. They had Healing Ward going. Top lane... Omni Sven is kind of a combo from probably a year and a half ago or something. I actually invented this combo, I'd like to say. When this Omni Hero's Heavenly Grace was like 2 Heavenly Graces ago, I don't know. This combo was super popular. Just giving strength to Sven is going to be really good. Because his God Strength is obviously based on his base damage, so that goes really good, and the lane is pretty hard to lose. Just Sven is going to stand there with 1k HP and a bunch of regen. So this combo is nice.
Actually, that's a great way to describe the lane. It's not one of those lanes that's overbearing. It's going to dominate the opponents, but it's hard to lose the lane. It's very easy to draw the lane with Omni Sven.
Yeah, this is what I like to have in my safe lane, is something you can't screw up. because I don't know, you can't screw it up, right? As long as you don't lose the game in the lane as the carry, you'll keep getting stronger. So some players like to play some super aggressive crazy lane. They just try and kill the offlaner 10 times, but I find that that can backfire. So unless you see your matchup and know you can like get a lot of kills, playing that way can be hard. And if you're just gonna blind pick your safe lane or whatever, a lane like this can be just really solid. He has no dive on Phoenix, actually. This is interesting. I don't know that I've ever seen this in my entire life. He got it at level 4. I guess it makes sense. Like we just talked about this dire lane. They don't really do that much. They just kind of sit there and sustain. So I guess you don't need dive. Mid lane?
And Beast of UFC is going in heavily. Vico has his 6, but lacks the mana for Laguna Blade, so there will be no kill on Primal Beast. But again, look at the double damage rune. Primal Beast is forced to go for the bounty rune instead, such as actually might be better here for all the regen he gets out of that.
Yeah. I mean, this lane is hard for Primal Beast, I think. I don't know any heroes that lane against Lina and are okay with it. This hero's laning phase is so scary. She just does so much damage, hits so fast, he's so far away.
He's going in on a double damage Lina. This guy is on some molly or some powder or something. What a player. He's crazy. I love him.
Yeah, bot lane.
Meanwhile, yeah, there's the dive bottom lane, but with no spin on Sonic either. Instead, it's a gaze on Nova. Nova will attempt the way up to Cogs, but he's got his jug inside the Cogs. Nova's still running. Cogs will knock back, and Sonic God will crit down the Clockwork. Meanwhile, top lane, it's Phoenix. Never mind, he's fine. Back to bottom lane. Everyone's fine across the map at this point.
Yeah, I mean, bottom is... Oh, they're going again?
Yeah, going both bottom and top. Bottom, there's a spin on Vicious will fall, but over to top lane, they want to go on Sven. Meanwhile, Buckle in, PMA will attempt the Manplay, has a Storm Bolt. Will not need to use it quite yet. CB will heavenly grace his carry Sven, and the fighting appears to be over. So across the map, it's 2 kills for Radiant, both in the bottom. Actually, top lane... Never mind, top lane's done.
Yeah, this is actually really, really bad for Visage. He's level 5.5. There's like a triple wave coming in, and he tried to TP out, but he got cancelled by the ledge at the last second. So, Clock is making a play right now. He dragged the wave around, but this Jug is making another good play where he spins down the wave, and is trying to just force this Radiant Wave into the tower and have it die before Visage gets back.
I think Primal Beast has 1.3k HP. He survived the entire Lina barrage somehow.
Yeah, and he got the rune, so potentially...
There's no way he goes in here, right? There's just no way. He's thinking about it.
Right. She just wasted...
He goes in, let's cancel immediately.
Nice stun.
Good LSA from Vico. It is still the trample used by the Beast. He'll even go in with the... Oh my lord, this guy is absolutely mental. He'll die for this, by the way. One more from Melina will do it if they can get in range. The Uproar is used by the Beast. Rocket Flare will not kill. Vico still wants the damage and cannot find it.
Yeah, I mean, she could click bottle there and just queued. Actually, maybe she didn't have mana.
Meanwhile, bottom lane spin on Visage. Sonic God has the ult. He has not used it. Cogs will knock back the Omni Slash, will kill forth Yorlingus. Nova will walk away, but again, one more kill for this very deadly Radiant bottom lane. Meanwhile, it's Chalamel being stormbolted by PMA. CB hits as well. Icarus dive is away, but he doesn't cancel it actually. Oh no! He's going to die. This whole city wants vengeance. He'll shield crash into the roll. PMA will attempt the juke, and so far he's succeeding. Whole city is still rolling. PMA this time gets stunned. Roll, cancel, but a Stormbolt! Softbuckle is up. He needs this kill, and he will not get it! PMA gets away. Maybe CB will fall for the shield crash damage, and he certainly will. So, interesting one for one on the top lane. Both supports do die. Unless PMA... Oh no! He got too greedy! Had the God Strike active, wanted the farm, but instead he is only going to the grave. Meanwhile, both mid and bottom. Mid lane, Vico's to the bottom lane, Force will be going down as well. Chain Frost kills the Vincent across the map. It's all Polar Ass. Gaze on Clockwork. Clockwork is going to die at the full time, man. What at minute 9? What in the hell is going on right now?
Yeah, this game is looking a little rough for Dire.
Everywhere you look, Dire's heroes are dead. You look top lane, they're dead. Then mid lane, they're dead. And the bottom lane, they're dead. I didn't watch the mid lane one. I'm assuming the beast just dove the tower and killed him.
Just dove him.
Wow.
Yeah. I think the worst thing happening right now for Dire is this bottom lane. I'm pretty sure Visage just ate the tome. Which will set his supports back, but this guy needs level 6. This hero, when it hits level 6, is a completely different hero. The only problem is that Jug is level 8, and I believe he has a Midas flying out right now.
And you would be... Where's this courier? You would be correct. It is in the backpack right now. Clarity and a Midas. The carrier
They
special.
had the same CS. It was 30 to 30, and they were level 5. And after this Visage made this TP back play, Jug has doubled his CS and gotten 3 levels, and this Visage has eaten the tome and got like 4 last hits. So this is like where this game is falling apart. Top lane, the double kill the whole city. That was kind of unlucky that Sven stayed. I mean, he should have just TP'd home after he had no more ult. He's like 200 HP. And the Omni trading for the Phoenix would have been kind of whatever. Because Sven wants to leave this lane anyway. Just go ahead.
Oh no, one more dive middle lane. The Pulverize into the Sun Ray. It's a DD on the Beast. Biko will attempt to get away, but the damage is just too much. The trade is for Cello Mel on the Beast in the cogs, fighting with Nova. He'll get knocked back to the low ground, but with Levi backing him up, it will be a 1-for-1. But again, a very good 1-for-1 for Polar Ass. Meanwhile, top lane, whole city is fine, but mid lane, it is another kill on Nova. The onslaught in by the Beast of US East, he is just absolutely crazy, and he's paying off.
Yeah. So the last part I wanted to mention is, as Sven ults top, he should be fine.
He's being rolled on, however, and Radiant are bringing in 3 heroes: the Phoenix, the Primal Beast, and the Lich. PMA is half HP. He'll get graced by CB. He'll attempt the Stormbolt away, but again, in comes the Onslaught. In comes the Beast. He's trampling. The Chain Frost, not even available, not even needed. PMA dead. Another death on the side of Moozy is crying. And CB will get dove and killed as well. Now another Pulverize coming in onto Omni Knight. CB has no way out but 6 feet under. A 13th kill for Polar Ass.
Yeah. Radiant is owning right now. But the point I've been trying to make, Radiant keeps getting more kills and interrupting me, is that Lina gets dove mid, right? And dies to Primal Beast one-on-one. When Dire got wiped as 5. And this is only allowed to happen because Dire trolled their bottom lane so hard, right? If Visage is level 6 at the same time Jug is, then Clock is free to do whatever he wants. He can rotate mid and just annoy this Primal Beast. And Beast can never kill Lina, ever. But since Dire is just porting back bottom and chain dying as they get gone on mid.
Oh no, they go again. Biko will get purged, buys Omni Knife. The Chain Frost will do some damage. Supernova has been popped by Cello Mello, and Biko is dead. Nova has the Beast in the cogs, but Primal Beast is just too tanky. In comes one more kill for Cello Mello. 15 kills for Polar Ass, and they want more. They see stacks in the Diretron camp. They see a courier. They got a free kill on that one, but they want hero kills as well. The onslaught in by the Beast. Pulverize is online. Trample has been activated. He'll high five before he dies, but still, he can't prevent the ladder. Another kill. 3 more kills for Polar Ass. They are running the train right now.
Yeah, this game is looking giga hard. I don't know what Dire needs to do.
They can kill Pangolin, that will be huge. Vico has Laguna Blade, but has not used it yet. The Frost Shield has been used by Hull City. He's juking in the trees, and Vico cannot finish the kill on Pangolin. PMA will use his God Strength. At least he'll kill a Lich. And he will get one kill, but it's at the cost of a part of his stacks. Hook in by Nova on Phoenix, and Phoenix will easily Icarus dive out of it. But it's not for full length thanks to the Cog's knockback stun. The Familiars are hunting. They stun the Phoenix. Nova walks forward, but Radiant walk away, so Dire at least get one kill.
Yeah. Dire does have a Visage, Omni Knight, and they have a Vlad's. So their group up should be okay. The only problem is they're losing by 8k gold at 14, which is insane. So Sven needs to hit creeps. Lena definitely needs to hit creeps. She's just rushing BKB straight up, which feels kind of bad. I think if you're gonna do this, you should probably finish treads. You're not getting travel this game, and you need to be a little more tanky, but she's just gonna go for BKB.
Top lane? Never mind. I thought for a second Jug might be in danger, but I forgot he's a Jug, so he's fine.
Invision clock. But looks like they're gonna try and dive top maybe.
The Invis clock has hook shot, but the Invis rune is ending in about now. He'll hunt in the trees, perhaps, so let's hide there for later. Radiant have 4 in the tower, and it seems like they're going to sack it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much impossible for Dire to take a 5v5. One thing I said Radiant has going for their draft is their circle ults, right? Their team fight, this egg, roll, and oh, they found clock.
Well, Nova has been, I believe, spotted by creeps. Regardless, the result is the same. He'll hook shot into nothing and then die soon afterwards. Another kill for Chelomel. My game lagged from whatever just happened there, but it's okay. It's still a 17th kill for Polar Ass, we know that much.
Yeah. Yeah, Radiant still probably has the better team fight, just generally. And especially if they're winning by 8k, it's going to be really hard for Dire to ever take a 5-on-5. So they kind of have to just farm, play for their timings, maybe split Radiant up, and see what they can get. I think Roshan is one thing to look out for. Dire does have a Visage, so they can always kill Rosh, and it'll die pretty fast. So if they ever catch Radiant, like all going bottom or something, and they can Sven ult and run into the pit, maybe that's one way they can make their way back into this game. But barring some disastrous calls by Radiant, this game should just be smooth sailing. They have a blink on Pango and a Maelstrom.
I guess we're just waiting for some key items right now. We're looking over at the Dire items, and we're not far from that BKB on Lena. That's probably your big item right there we're looking at.
Yeah, that'll be good, but she is kind of feeling like there's nowhere to farm because they're standing 5 heroes in their jungle.
So I guess that would be accurate. There's nowhere for her to farm. And now, well, there's even less room to farm as Whole City will blink and roll on PMA. He'll Warcry, but in comes the Chain Frost, hitting both Omninate and the Visage. Dire are dying on multiple sources. CB is dead, Forkierlingus is dead, PMA is somehow still alive, but not for long. He will be the 3rd death, and that's another kill. That's a 20th kill for Polar Ass.
Yeah, they got the 4 to 20 score line. And this Jug has a Midas, so this Sven is like never gonna catch this guy. I think Radiant should just go Rosh. I think this tier 2 doesn't really matter. They already got one. But at this point, it doesn't really matter what they decide to do. They will Rosh after, probably. So the order is not terribly important.
Roshan certainly is a possible play. I wouldn't be too shocked if they just go Outpost into Roshan. You mentioned how Dire have a pretty good Roche-taking team, but if Radiant are this far ahead, it's hard to contest them in the Roshan pit, because, again, you go into the Roshan pit, they use their circle abilities, as we both mentioned multiple times, and then Dire die again, despite the Roshan being okay. That is a Rocket Flare. Perhaps Dire will go for an all-in play, hoping to turn their fates around. It's a smoke on floor. Roshan about half HP. The Beast is invis. He'll onslaught in towards Visage. Hook shot still not used. Visage is certainly dead. There's a roll on Lina as well. Stormbolt will hit, but will do very little. Only the Levi. Levi is low. He'll gaze the stun. Hookshot will not cancel it. Laguna Blade didn't kill the Lich, but at this point, Dire are still collapsing. Omni Slash did about half a Sven's damage. Levi buys back. The Beast goes in, has pulverized, but for now, he's being killed by Sven. The God Strength Echo Saber Sven just too powerful. He could not pulverize thanks to Battery Assault. So now the fight is not too bad. Radiance have only killed one, the Visage, and he was respawning in 7 seconds. Sonic God goes in, has a spin. He'll spin the Sven. Sven will get Grace, but it's Supernova. It's absolutely massive. There's already 2 dead, and Biko's on the run. Biko will not get stunned by Supernova, but Radiant will pursue. Shield Crash is up. Swashbuckle into Shield Crash is slow, into Sunray for damage, into another kill for Whole City. A mega kill streak, and Radiant can now return to the Roshan. That's still about half HP.
Yeah, they got 2 kills and a buyback. They do lose Roche. Visage has no birds. Primal Beast is looking bottom while this Roche is happening. But Dire's a nice ward that'll scout this out. Yeah, I mean...
Visage still alive, but Roshan, yeah, no longer alive.
That fight was looking okay for Dire. They wrapped around. Everyone went on the Visage near the outpost. Fuck, is dead again.
Yeah, it's on my screen. Keep going.
Yeah, so Radiant has this ward. It actually is timing out now, right near the outpost there. Dire missed the D ward on it with like 2 or 3 sentries. And then they saw the Visage, so Radiant all ran up at him. And the Sven was able to get on the back and kill the Lich. Which looked okay, but he just bought back, and eventually mid.
Alright, that's a BKB force out of Lina. And the roll is now... It's a roll for BKB trade. Relatively similar cooldowns there.
Yeah, this doesn't feel great for Lina, but nothing about this game feels great for Dire, so what can you do? Yeah, and then in a long drawn-out fight, Radiant just kind of waited the Sven ults, waited the Omni ults, and then they're just waiting by so much that eventually Dire started dying. Radiant gets Roche, they probably get Rex here. Lina has no BKB for 40.
Wave will get cut, but Radiance, they have enough creeps to push. They have the Siege unit, which is going to be hard to kill. So in that sense, they don't need more than that 1 creep. They have Sonic out with 2 lives, and they have the 1 creep to break the backdoor prediction. G3 is already dead, and look at the Beast. He's just walking forwards, and you know what? Go on me. I am here. I have 2.3k HP and a BKB. Go stop me. And turns out they just can't stop me. Yeah, they're still picking out that Siege unit. It's just... It's 1 unit too many. It's a full set of barracks taking bottom lane. And it's also creeps mid, apparently. Okay. That's not good.
Yeah, they have Lina BKB again, but they don't have
the Beast engages. Oh no, the Pulverize on Omni and Hookshot will cancel it, but Dire are still... They're being built all the way to their tier 4s. PMA will attempt to bring down Primal Beast, and he will succeed. But the Chain Frost and Supernova combination, Chain Frost is not enough. The Egg is dead, Whole City is dead, Radiant lose 3! Sonic is on the run, as is Levi. Both are in a lot of danger. Levi is going to die to the Omni Knight heal. Sonic will TP away, but it was a disastrous second barracks attempt by the side of Polar Ass. They lose 4 and don't even get that mid tower.
Yeah, I mean, Radiant definitely feeling themselves a little. Tier 4 still hurt. Primal Beast has 7 armor, so he does die pretty fast under the tier 4s. Sven got DD, but no ult. They probably will not be able to catch anyone with this. Visage actually went drums. I mean, I don't know that it matters what item he goes, but I think this is probably just because they were getting rolled so hard. He probably just bought this because he needed to spend his gold. But I think Wraith Pact is pretty good in this game. It's kind of hard for Radiant to hit it. And it reduces a lot of their damage. So if he's able to get that, you know, that's one item coming up here that could make a bit of a difference. Sven is going AC, which I don't know that this is the game-winning item. He has BKB. I would have liked to see him go Blink. I think AC could be okay if this game were a bit closer, but at the state of this game, I think he needs to just Blink on one of the subs and just burst them. I think with AC, he's just going to be running in, and he's going to be running into one of these frontliners. These tanky cores on Radiant, and he might have a hard time hitting people. We'll see though. If Radiant goes to the tier 4s again, he can.
That is one way to do it. Just dive tier 4s, have your supernova die, and just get killed. I mean, the Aegis is lost as well, so until that second Aegis, the Radiant are not going to be as strong anymore either.
Yeah.
You know, Polar they need to be real careful with this Lina. I mean, they need to really tread lightly right now.
Yeah, he went Glepnir on Pango, which is interesting. No Diffusal. This is, I guess, more of a greedy build with the Maelstrom, but
Hookshot in on Sonagot. If this succeeds, he's knockbacked into perhaps a Stormbolt stun. It's just in time to kill Sonagot. He was mid-animation on the Omni Slash. Could not get it off. And as a result, that's a big death. Over 1,000 gold being given up. Most of it to PMA. Once again, it's still a very good game. Polaras are heavily in the lead. But if there's going to be a comeback, this is how you do it. A big team fight win into a big carry pickoff.
Yeah, you have to split them up, right? Pango showed bottom on the bottom wave, and Dire immediately looks to punish. And they just barely get this chain stun off on Jug. So good play by Dire. This is, as you said, what they need to do. Now I was talking about this Shadow Blade on Lina is a good tool for picks like this. Get her into position, neighbor someone. Still, very hard game for Dire, and the second Roche is gonna be the biggest objective on the map, right? If Radiant gets it, they should still just be able to close out this game. If Dire is able to steal it, or, you know, get a pick and then take Roche or whatever, that could be very, very big. Radiant's smoking in right now.
It's that 4-man smoke. Looking at Radiant's vision, they see very little, and Dire are now aware that Radiant are smoked. They placed a ward under that smoke. Levi will get the D ward off. Question is, will there be any kills? Everyone but Clockwork is gone. And Clockwork apparently has no care for his own life. He's just chilling.
This guy has 3.5k gold on Clock. Just bank.
I think he's trying to buy a full... He wants to buy a BKB in one purchase, no installments. He wants to just do it all at once. He's waiting patiently for a full BKB, and he's about to get it.
Yeah, I would go Ags, because the Ags is really fun.
Yeah, the Ags is really fun. I agree with you on that one.
But BKB is okay too, I guess. But actually, I think you should go Ags, ironically. Just cast more spells. Is he really gonna do anything magic immune? Probably. He might be able to get on this Primal Beast or something. Get on these subs. We'll see. BKB is definitely one of the most, if not the most, impactful item in the game. So if he gets it, that could be big. Lina does finally have travels, which makes this game easier for Dyer to like try and chip away at this net worth lead. She's able to play the map more. You know, she's getting more waves, obviously, but also Radiant will have to split up and deal with the split push, which they don't have any travels of their own. Mango could potentially disassemble his arcanes and get those if it becomes an issue. But for now, I think Lina should look to split push and apply some pressure on the bottom side of the map.
Roshan is not alive, by the way. It's a relatively middle-of-the-road Roshan respawn window if you're keeping track. I want to say about a minute 20 into the 3-minute possible window is what it ended up being. We are now 25 seconds from the Roshan. And of course, both teams, Radiant are literally sitting here in the Roshan pit. Versus Nova, I mean, he can't sit in the Roshan pit the way Shadowmaw can, but these Rocket Flares, they're going to exactly one location for a reason. So we have a full Aghanim Scepter on the Beast of US East. Haven't seen too much of it, but it seems pretty good.
Yeah, I think this is one of this hero's items that it buys. I don't really know what this hero buys. It seems like all he needs is BKB, and then whatever else is kinda just choose an item that looks cool for the game. And I think Ags is probably his best way to deal more damage. So I see people buying this. Roche is dying really fast.
This is a very big one. Dyer are aware of the position. They find Whole City alone, rolling up. Gleipnir hits onto the Beast will BKB. Engaging in. Vico's BKB. Hookshot in on Jug. Jug is being stunned, but not stunned enough. Levi is dead, but Dyer got a Guardian Angel off. PMA gets bashed. He's attempting the man fight Sonic on Omni Slash will be there bouncing around. Supernova has been utilized, but it will immediately die. 2 dead on Polar Rats into a Storm Bolt outside of it. Into Laguna Blade to kill him. Oh no! It's not a 3-for-1 with Lina dying, but Radiant are running out of combatants. It's only Pangolier and Primal Beast. The Cogs put the Beast on the inside. Nova will lose his life, but it's a great trade. Now 4 for 2. Whole City is the lone survivor. The Beast has bought back. Roshan again is incredibly low. Whole City wants to go in. He gets the Roshan. No, he doesn't get the Roshan kill or the Aegis. Now the Stormbolt on Whole City. He's dead. Oh no, it's a disaster. And probably Sin. He's in the high ground. He has no way out. No BKB, no TP. Everything's on cooldown. He's stuck.
He can use as neutral. The ogre.
He'll pulverize the Sven, but he's just dead. He'll try to get away with another onslaught, but no. He's run down. It's a dieback on Primal Beast. I can't believe it's the lead. It has been thrown.
Okay. Guaranteed you should be tipping Whole City right now. If you tip Whole City right now, Radiant is down.
Polar Ass, they did not follow their own advice. They did not tread lightly. Their lead is dead. It's 3K now. You know where the shard... Okay, the shard's in the backpack of Sven. Okay.
Yeah, it's in his backpack. He bought his own, actually, which... I mean, it's good, especially against Jag. And they end up getting the second one, so Jetpack for Clock. I mean, Jetpack is a really good spell, especially during daytime. You see so far, and you're able to get out of your own cogs and stuff, which is good. I think the same exact thing as last time happened at this Roche fight. Radiant took the fight up the hill by the outpost, and this no blink Sven is able to just walk through the river and get on the backline. And he killed the Lich again, and he was fighting the subs. But this time Lich didn't have buyback, so Dyer is able to play this fight better. And I think this Omni Knight is still good against Jug. I think he clicked Guardian Angel as Jug Omni slashed, and Sven was able to live. So, I mean, it's a 2K lead. This game is very, very close. Possibly even favored for Dire. Check the
I
win
mean,
probability.
the win probability still favors the Radiant, but the momentum's on the Dire side. They have the Aegis. They've won every team fight for the last 10 minutes, I believe, and at the point now, look at how the Radiant are playing. They're playing so far back. Before, it was aggressively posturing on the opposite side of the map. Now they're hiding in their own trees. That's the state of the game right now. They're hiding in trees. The men who used to be 16k up are now 2k up hiding in trees.
Yeah, I mean, one thing about Visage Omni Knight, the first phase of Dire's draft, these guys, they do a lot of healing and damage reduction, especially with this Wraith Pact. I think Visage got off his Pact, he got off his Shard. I don't remember what this is called. Uses his E. He burrows in the ground, and he was able to live.
He just stone forms himself. Same name as the familiar active.
And then this last pick Sven with the Warcry and the Shard. Radiant's heroes do get very tanky. And Dire seeming to be having trouble getting through all of their tankiness.
Yeah, I mean, they got a little bit outmaneuvered there at this point. I mean, look at this bottom T3. It's fine. Meanwhile, the mid T3 on the Dire side, definitely not fine. Oh well.
Yeah. I think I don't love whole city's builds this game. I think Diffusal on this hero is really strong. And Maelstrom feels good for farming, and Gleipnir, it's like kind of funny. You can like hold people and roll on them, but I think if he had Diffusal on Axe, he just queued up Axe right now. He had something queued before, but I think Axe is very important. He needs to be doing more damage in these fights.
He had a missile queue before. Now it's the Axe you mentioned, yeah.
Yeah, so he has correctly identified that he needs to be doing more. And Maelstrom is it's magic damage, so I can kind of see maybe he thinks they have a Warcry and they have this Omni ult and stuff, so Maelstrom is some damage that can go through, which I don't hate that logic there, but I think this Axe is important because he needs to be rolling through the fight doing more damage. Because Primal doesn't do all that much damage. I think Axe is cool, but this hero's main damage doesn't really
the beast about to die under a sentry ward, perhaps. Never mind, mid lane. We're seeing Sven go in, gets Omni slashed. He Aegis, you're right! He'll Satanic, attempting to man-fight his way out, but this is a very unfortunate timing from the side of Moozy is crying. The beast will engage Infernova, as Fourth is distracting the entirety of the Radiance. Both off-laners are distracting right now. Visage will be the one to die, perhaps, unless he'll Stormform himself. So it's a dead Jug. Visage is still alive. Radiant again are losing one more fight. The beast again thinks about engaging, cancels his engage. Fourth will stand his ground again. EMA hits the T2 tower. Jug doesn't have buyback. Jug does not have buyback, KU.
Sven has no ult, so maybe they'll chill, but Visage and Lina can still hit. Well, Lina has to go back, actually. So Dire might just hit some neutrals, look for their items, and then in 30 seconds with God Strength, maybe they'll look. It's the same time Jug will be spawning. Maybe they can get a pick before he spawns. We'll see. I mean, that was really close by Radiant. They almost bursted this guy right as his Aegis ran out. It was really scary for Dire, actually. Sven had Satanic, and Omni was able to like stop him from getting bursted, and he got Satanic off.
They almost bursted him during the Aegis expiring time, and then they almost killed the Visage as well. If either of those two things go differently, this fight's probably different, but both were just a little bit short.
Yeah, Visage tanked so much, and he barely got his E off right before he died. He was able to full heal. So, really close by Radiant. Still, they are kind of running into damage issues. It's hard to get through these health pools of these Dire heroes, especially if they're all grouped together. The Omni, the Visage.
Alright, one more roll from Whole City. Collect me your Omni Knight. Big kill if they can complete it. Stormbolt is blocked by the two-man hookshot! Guardian Angel barely off in time! So Supernova certainly will die. Now 1-for-1. PMA still half HP. Chain Frost is bouncing around. Phoenix has bought back. To pulverize on Visage. Dire are beginning to die. Nova is dead, but so is the Beast. Jug is being stunned. Jug is dead! And now... oh no, the LSA, the huge crit from PMA! Slaps down Phoenix for a dieback! Radiance, they lack buybacks. 3 of these 4 heroes dead do not have them. Lich can buy back, has bought back, but his fights. It's again another loss for Polar Ass, and their base at long last is going to crumble. Maybe. It's a 2-on-2 actually, but it's Sven Visage. These heroes. Wait, is there any birds left? There's one. Okay, there's a resummon. We're good to go.
Yeah.
They're not high grounding. They're respecting the buybacks that Radiant don't have.
Yeah. I mean, Sven has no ult, and he has no blink, is the thing. He still doesn't have blink. I talked about it earlier, and I said, if he's able to just walk into the backline, then his build can work, and that's what's been happening. So, his build is looking good, but at a time like this, you really wish you had blink. Because if I had blink right now, I'd be like in the tier 4s, hitting this Lich.
Look at PMA, he beat out the Frost Shield top to go hit mid instead. That's a way to do it. That's the way to take the barracks.
Visage is so broken, and this hero just shreds buildings.
Shot again on Pangolier, currently a 4v4 fight. Lena has now finally arrived, but Nova's already dead. The trade may be for Primal Beast, but he walks away in time. PMA gets bashed by Whole City, which will save his Jug, and now... the bash on Sven, but no. God cannot man-fight the Sven. The Sven, PMA, will die, but now in comes Primal Beast, the Beast, pulverizing Visage. He'll Stoneform himself. I'm not sure how that one will actually work, but now Primal Beast is going to perhaps die to the Lena. He barely gets away. Whole City looks to engage, finds no bashes, finds no hits on a swashbuckle. He sees CB. CB will attempt to walk away. I believe he dies here, eventually. Yeah, there's your bash. Well, wait a minute, there's no follow-up. He just walks away. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this Jug is getting bursted. He is not doing enough damage. And he's just getting Sven stunned and dying. Which, that's rough. But Sven was actually taken down after. He pretty much just got Sunray full to 0. This Sunray spell shreds him. And I think Omni was a little bit too far away from him. I think Pango and Beast were running around. So they were able to get Sven. Still anyone's game. I mean, it has been very favorable for Dire recently, but again, this next Roche, which is up, could be the decider. Whoever has Aegis should feel much better in this game. If Jug has 2 lives, this game is still hard for Dire. Sven with 2 lives is kind of whatever. If they give it to Lena, that could be...
This is the big jump. The LSA on Whole City. The hook shot, the stun, the follow-up is lacking. Whole City gets away for now. Meanwhile, there's Jug in the backlines, finding the Sven. Sven, there's nobody saving him right now. Sven is isolated, but no, the bounces are not good. There's a bash in time, but not in time to kill the Sven. Nova has fallen. He'll instantly buy back. God strength from PMA. He is red. He is angry, but he's dying. He's actually just dead. Now it's CB dying as well. Perhaps will join, but never mind. Radiant attempt to go on Lena. Lena will LSA the Jug. Walking away. Now Visage. Completely the Radiant backlines. Will be left to die in a 1v3. So that's now 3 dead. 1 buying back on the Dire side. Sven, Visage, and a clock buyback for a Lich. Not a very good trade there. And that will be Roshan as well, going to Polar Ass.
Yeah. The same thing happened again, where Radiant takes the fight up this hill on the stairs. But this time Sven is fighting Jug, like, at the top of the fight, and he's not able to get on the subs. So...
whoa, he gets into the Roshan pit, grabs 2! He does not get the Aegis, but he does get the cheese and the refresher shard. It'll cost him his life. That will be a dieback, actually. That's a lot of stuff claimed there for Nova.
Yeah, he can drop these in Fountain, even if he's dead. This could make the difference. I mean, definitely Radiant would like to have these 2 Omni Slashes or 2 BKBs on Primal. Could be good. But Sven is dead. I mean, they're 2 cores dead for 30. They don't really want to buy back here. But it's kind of awkward for Dire.
At this point, it will be mid-rack's dead. I don't think top rack's die in the next 10 seconds, but it's going to be close. And okay, there's your glyph. That will delay it by 7 seconds, which will be enough time for the racks to not immediately be dead. We're seeing Lina abandon her push bottom lane, did not even get the T3 again, looking to defend. It is currently a 4v4. Lich cancels his TP, I believe. But the 4v4, oh, there's your smoke S4. So it is going to be the 4v4 if Dire choose to engage. But they're not going into their own jungle. They're going into their tri-cap. You're right, they see double damage rune. Again, powerful on Sven or Lina, likely going to the Sven. And it will go to Sven. And they're going to split up. They're not looking for that 4v4 fight. They're going to instead play the split game, waiting perhaps for Nova to respawn. And he now has respawned.
Yeah, it's still... I'm gonna say it again. This Sven, I feel like he needs a Blink, or maybe Axe, or Shadow Blade, or anything to make his fights look easier. Because these fights, they were working for a while, but I feel like it was more Radiant screwing up, and having the Sven just walk into their backline. But if they don't let that happen, if Sven is walking into the tanky heroes, these fights can still be hard for Dire. It's a 1k. The game is basically even, and Dire is down 2 racks, and Jug has Aegis. So this is gonna be hard for Dire. They're gonna have to find a way to take the fight.
That's a roll. That stuns only PMA, but Sven is already half HP. CB will purge him. Guardian Angel's been used on everybody nearby. Dire are low on Sven, but Jug is half HP as well. The Beast is taking a lot of damage to the back lines, but Sonic God is still being zoned away by Nova. Team Frost is bouncing around, but there are no kills quite yet. The Beast may die. PMA is incredibly low. The Glue will kill the Beast, but the trade is for the Visage. Visage will now buy back into the game. So again, it will be a 5v4, but Radiant are hitting Barracks. Aegis is still there for 2 minutes. Omni Slash is in, doing a lot of damage, but no kills quite yet. Sonic God will now lose the Aegis. So again, it will be a 4v5. Gleipnir hits onto Radiant. Look to engage again, perhaps spin. Kills the range rack. CB is dead. He'll now buy back. Dire leave their base, hunting for kills. Levi is the easiest of the kills, and they will get it very easily, but they want bigger kills than that. Also, he's in the cogs right now. Rolling up. Nova has stunned Sonic God. Stormbolt on Phoenix. Phoenix will die. Both Radiant supports are dead. 2 cores are on the run. Sonic God is getting absolutely demolished by a 2,000 damage crit by PMA. Whole city, the Pangolier, will get away. The lone survivor from, again, a very costly Barracks siege. They did get the range racks and the T3 tower, but there's no megas. The melees remain alive, and so do the hopes of Moozy is crying.
Yeah. What won this fight actually for Dire was the clockwork gave Sven the refresher shard, and he was able to pop it and have a second BKB, which he kind of wasted, but the second ult at the end allowed them to clean up all these kills. And now Dire with a chance here to maybe walk in the Radiant space. Radiant does have buyback on everyone. Jug's down for 40, which is a long time, but everyone else is spawning pretty soon. And Dire's creep wave is kind of far.
There's going to be a Bloodthorn next fight for PMA, by the way. He has a full Bloodthorn in the way right now.
He's actually buying out for it, which
it's a bold
is
play.
A little crazy.
He is Gleipnir. He is fine.
He is
though.
a Sven, so you know, his second life can be not that great if he already ulted and BKB'd. So buying back less value on this hero. He also did not disassemble his Echo Saber to buy Bloodthorn, which
A little shocking.
a small thing, but you know it could matter. He would have buyback right now if he had done that instead of selling his Echo Saber. Could end up mattering.
It's like he will get that buyback, but yeah, it's the little things in Dota sometimes. You're right.
Yeah, he's also missing out on like what 2k gold, 3k gold or something because of this. He rebought the Oblivion staff and then he sold one. So even if he doesn't end up needing buyback, he's that much further from his next item. He also could have disassembled and bought an Ags with the other part of his Echo Saber. Small things, but I mean this is a very intense game, right? So I don't blame him for, you know, maybe the comms are clogged, he's still talking, they're trying to identify what they need to do, and he's not able to focus on exactly what he needs to buy, or how he should purchase his items, you know. But again, he does not have buyback here. If he dies, he's 300 gold away. Could be really bad.
And that is a big deal. Hookshot is in, stunning onto Clockwork. Certainly will die. That will be a man with no buyback, dead for 70 seconds. Radiant have not gotten the Megas, however. And Nova, okay, it's on cooldown for 30 seconds, so he will be back sooner than his respawn timer if he needs to be. But it seems like Radiant are waiting out the God Strength right now.
Yeah, they're just gonna wait it and they're gonna hit. So Dire should have just smoked and tried to take the fight. Actually, they're walking up while God Strength's still going.
The ration is so low, though. Oh no. Again, you mentioned that it's still true, the Blink Dagger. It would have helped there.
Okay, I mean, Radiant needs to just not let their Jug get bursted here. It's just the only thing that could possibly go wrong.
Alright, here we go. The Beast will engage as Sonagot hits Barracks. Whole city is distracting. Yeah. He has Abyssal himself and the Sven. Now, again, that is a glyph and a buyback from Nova. Dire will attempt to catch Radiant on the retreat. Hookshot is blocked by Familiars, and now Omni Slash will possibly, correction, Sif Slash will possibly kill Nova. Nova is dead. That's a dieback. Sonagot's dead as well, however. It's a 1-for-1 trade, not good for the Radiance. Pulverize on Visage. Visage, low. Lina, half HP. Fourth year Lingus will soul form himself, and now, yeah, and he's attempting to get away. Godstrength is back for PMA. PMA wants to walk in, but he's perhaps just too slow. Sonagot spins in. He's back in action, but if he dies again, it will be a dieback on Jug. Recognizing that, he again backs off. Does not want to fight a red Sven.
I mean, he ulted again on Sven. They could potentially just try the same play, but Jug did buy back. So if he dies again, they pretty much auto-lose, unless they're able to somehow kill everyone twice. Yeah, I mean, I think Sven still should be looking at a Blink Dagger, but also I think an Axe would be pretty good. You kind of want both. There's a lot of stuff that could be annoying for Sven. If Lich is able to click Ghost Scepter or Glimmer Cape, or if Phoenix's Aeon goes off, Axe could be a way for him to dispel. There's another argument though that you just get a blink and you one-shot him. So the Aeon will still be annoying, but the Lich can die in one hit.
There we go. Smoke all the way into the base. They want to get the Rax quickly, the double damage rune. The Rax are half HP. The Beast is distracting. Sonagot will secure the Megas. The Beast will die for that play. And if they're... Oh wait, whole city's rolling back in accidentally thanks to the pathing, I believe, with the textures. But he will TP away in time. So it's only a death on the Beast of US East. A single hero dead who does have the buyback.
Roche is up and they're going to flare it. I mean, this is Dire's chance. Everyone poured it out. If they just blitz this Roche right now, this is their best chance. But they're walking to the mid wave.
This is a big fourth Roshan. That's the Aegis, the Cheese, the Shard, the free Ag. That's a lot of cool stuff right there. Not sure where everything's going, but it's all theirs.
I really hope they give Sven Ags. I mean, Omni Ags is also good, but I think Sven needs it. Yeah,
and he will get the free Ags. You've mentioned either a Blink or a Silver Edge, or the Aghanim Scepter. Well, we've gotten the third of 3 via the 4th Roshan.
Yeah, he has Backpack Refresher. I think this is important, like the Refresher Shard from Roche. Especially if you have Aegis. If you come back, Sven can feel underwhelming, but this Refresher Shard could make a difference.
It is time for Superman Sven. He's currently smoked up. He's no longer smoked up. However, the range rack stop are dead. We're now a stone's throw away from Dire also getting Megas. The range racks mid will get glyphed during God Strength. So again, PMA will man fight. He's Abyssal Bladed by Sonic. Hookshot missed by Nova. He split the wickets on that one. Whole City again will stun the Lina. Vico will get Lotus Swift Slash there. So now Vico is still jumping around. Supernova will stun on Sven and the Lina. A huge chain stun. PMA will lose the Aegis. Lina is dead. She will have to buy back and return to the fight. Meanwhile, the Beast is going on 4th. There's a stun on PMA. PMA will now BKB and refresh. The Satanic, he's looking for big crits. Jug is low. Jug has buybacked. A disastrous death for Sonagod. The Beast is looking to distract. The Lina will oblige, but the Beast will die in the middle of the mid lane. Now he'll buy back.
Someone needs to go back.
They're right, Megas are around the T4s right now. The TP was cancelled. There's no defense of the Dire base right now. Only the Clockwork. And the Sven has killed Pangolier. Oh no, Pangolier has buyback. Lina cannot kill Lich thanks to a Glimmer Cape. Meanwhile, back to the Dire base. The tier 4 remains alive. Radiant base again. One tier 4 is dead. There's Megas not quite there thanks to the Rex just dying. But Sven wants Throne. Tier 4 is dead. The Beast is in. Whole City is in. They want PMA. They'll Bloodthorn the Beast. Throne. It's still healthy. But Radiant lack their Jug. Whole City is fighting. Sven, he's broken. Half HP. Omni, low. Lina, low. Vico will heal himself with Satanic. Sven will die. Throne, half HP. Lina, die back. Visage, he's done as well. It's feared by Levi! How is this possible? The Thrones are back and forth, and Dire may have just lost the game! They're fighting in a 4v4 right now. Sven has no BKB, has no construct. This is absolutely crazy!
He's about to have ult on Sven.
You're right, he is. He's ready to become red once again. And there's still no Jug for 45 seconds. It's absolutely absurd.
I mean, this Lich armor on the Ancient is actually really annoying.
Here we go. Visage half HP. The Beast. Ooh, thought about onslaughting. There's a bash on Sven. They know Sven is there. That is a pulverize on Omnite. Omnite will get bursted down. Throne is half HP. Supernova will stun Sven and Visage. Sven is still stunned. He's BKB. Hookshot in. Stunning Pangolier. PMA will Satanic. Jug is up in 15 seconds. PMA cannot BKB. He's currently stunned. He's being slowed. He wants the Throne. The Throne is being hit. The Guardian Angel to hit the Throne. PMA is stunned again. He's dead again. My lord. Polar Rats! Somehow, someway, they have won it! The Throne! 1/5 HP! But Dire GG'd out! Polar Rats! How is it possible?
Yeah, like I said, Radiant has better team fight, so they'll win.
I am speechless.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I don't know what I just watched. I genuinely could not tell you. Wow, that's the game of the season right there. My lord, that is an unbelievable display of great plays and awful plays and outplays and throw plays, and I just, both teams got the Megas, both teams had an exposed Throne. Oh my.
Yeah, I think Sven needed a Blink Dagger. But, I mean, that was a great game. One thing about Polar Ass is, they can be a very polarizing team. They all chat a lot and stuff, but I don't think anyone can argue that their games are not exciting. They're always having some crazy comebacks, crazy throws, whatever it is. It's fun to watch.
I still don't have words. I'm still it's been like 2 minutes and I'm still speechless.
Yeah.
If Jabuzi is crying, how do you mentally recover from that loss?
I think actually, um, I don't know what their mentality is like, but if I was in a game like this, I've been in games like this, um, where I'm getting rolled. We're down like, I don't know, 20K or something. We don't know how much, but we're losing, and somehow we bring it back, and somehow it looks like we're gonna win, and then we lose anyway. And when I'm in this game, at the end, I say, "Hey, remember when we were down like 20K and we totally screwed up the other game and we almost lost? Remember that? Yeah, we brought it back. So like, these guys suck. They couldn't close out the game. You know, whatever. The late game happens. Unlucky. If we just play the early game better, we'll roll these guys." And that's what I think Dire should be saying right now in their comms. Try to keep the morale up because a loss like that can be tough if they're not able to keep the vibes up, um, especially losing right at the end there like that. But I think Dire should be okay. You know, they were getting outplayed pretty hard, and they were still able to make it a game. And a big part of that, admittedly, is Polar Ass just like going into the tier 4s for no reason. But Dire was able to keep playing and make a game out of it. So they should be okay. I'm not sure if they'll go Visage again. I think we saw later in the game. Visage, Omni, very good combo. It's hard to kill heroes, and then if you win fights, you can just run it down. So if they don't have a disastrous early game, they could still go back to this. We'll see.
I'm still speechless. I still don't have words. I mean, we're at the point now where it's game 2 time. I mean, we're choosing pick and side. Moozy is crying had choice. They chose second. Polar has to take Dire. So again, we'll be seeing Moozy is crying switch side, but they'll have the same pick. They had second pick of last game. They'll have second pick this game as well.
Yeah, I think I'm interested to see how the drafts will change, because the order is the same, right? So they could just run it back the same way, or they could make adjustments. Then it won't be based on the new draft order, right? It'll just be based on a changed idea of how they think they should play the game. So we'll see. I'm gonna be right back.
You be right back. That's a good idea. I am probably going to do the same once KU comes back, but I am the designated presser of the blue button currently. Man, I am. Wow. I mean, I should pull up the draft from game 1. I believe it was Enigma, Shaker banned by Polar Ass, and Wyvern plus some other hero banned by Moozy's Crying. What was the other hero banned? Was it Razor, maybe? Oh god, my brain is not working anymore. The brain is not cooperating at remembering the first ban of the game. I can tell you that much. Okay, so first phase bans were Undying and Wyvern. Okay. And then, yeah, so I wonder if we're going to see all 4 of those heroes banned again. Shaker, Enigma, Undying, Wyvern. I don't feel like the draft from Moozy is Crying was bad, but maybe the lane, maybe they need better lanes, because those were not great lanes. They had a lot of deaths in their offlane, which is very uncharacteristic for that 4th plus Nova lane. Man. Why is whole city in my Twitch chat all chatting instead of his team chatting G in my lobby chat, so I can press the blue button? That's my question of the day right there. That's my question of the day. Oh, I need some more water very badly right now. Yeah, apparently Polar Ath needs some time to mentally recover from their Game 1 win. Again, I'm going to quote Filski in the Twitch chat to describe this one. Polar Ass throws unthrowable game and somehow wins. And that's the perfect description of Polar Ass. I mean, they've had a number of these games throughout the seasons and lads, man. They just play these late game heroic games. They pull off the absolutely absurd that probably should not happen. For some reason, I don't have Do Not Disturb on Steam, which I should have had on in the first place apparently because yeah, I've been messaged by Marshall. If you heard a Steam message sound, it's not you, it's me, and you shouldn't have heard it because I should have had Do Not Disturb on. I forgot to turn it on today, so my bad. My apologies. Marshall wants me to ditch this cast to play in his unranked 5-stack game. My response was no, if you're wondering. Not quite sure. I'm sure KU will be back relatively soon, but even then, I still can't leave. I'm still stuck here until my duties have been fulfilled. I'm so paranoid checking the lobby settings, making sure that I'm not messing them up. I never do, but I'm still checking it in a paranoid fashion. It's probably part of the reason why I don't mess it up. I'm just like paranoidly checking, hey. Oh, G! There's a G in the chat! Yes! That's what I wanted to see! I'm pressing the blue button! Cool, cool, cool. We are now in for the draft of Game 2. Polar Ass can now leave my Twitch chat. Very cool. We are in the ban phase. It's Game 2. Polar Ass one game away from securing another top 4 finish.
10 seconds remaining.
I believe this would be their third top 4 finish in the last 4 seasons. If they win this game.
Radiant team ban. Dire team
The bans have not changed though so far. It is Shaker and Undying, the bans. And the bans still do not change. Neither does the Twitch chat. We're seeing a lot of flame being thrown back and forth by Whole City and towards Whole City. So not just the whole chat from Whole City. No, he's now arguing with the Twitch chat. It's entertaining me, so I appreciate that. So Primal Beast banned, so Wyvern is unbanned. Tiny will be the 5 pick. We're likely to see Wyvern selected by one of the 2 teams. Question is, do we see the Visage? Do we see a 6-7 Visage again for 4th?
remaining.
Or do they give Whole City the opportunity to play his Visage?
5 seconds
Because it's one of those things where I'm sure he wants to play it. They've 8-picked it from the past. KU mentioned it as well as this is a dangerous 8-pick hero for Polar Ass. And we may be headed towards that 8-pick Visage right now. They're certainly contemplating. They're shooting into reserve time very early, making sure to say, you know what? Do we want the Visage? Do we want the Wyvern? Do we go Omniate again? But they go for an entirely different angle. They go for the Mars. Hi, welcome back, by the way. And again, you mentioned last game how Polar Ass have these circle team fights. Well, Moozy is trying to say, you know what? You think you're cool with your circle team fights? Well, now we have a circle team fight. I'm grabbing some water. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
So I believe the bands changed
Seconds remaining.
from something got through, and they banned Primal Beast instead, obviously. But I don't remember what they banned, so I'm gonna look it up.
Dire team
Maybe
ban.
he already talked about it. Bat Rider. Yeah, this hero is broken. They're probably gonna ban Guap and
Team ban.
Omni Knight is cool. Maybe Lena.
Dire team ban.
I think this Polar S drafting style, they have learned from their losses against us.
Radiant team
Because against us, they kept getting baited into saving whole city's hero, and we would just target every single ban at him, and then they crumbled. Because he's playing some random stuff that's trash.
10 seconds remaining.
This time, they're just picking his hero on 8, and
5
then
seconds remaining.
that's it. That's all they gotta do. And I think that's the best way to utilize, how to say, let's just say I first picked Teddy's hero for every single game. You can take that how you will. Yeah, they banned Wyvern last game instead of Primal Beast, so Wyvern is still in the pool.
Dire team ban.
It's like not that great against Phoenix, I'd say. Mars, it's okay. You can help win the lane. I think Polar Ash should ban Lena here.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know what else they would ban.
5
What else do you pick
seconds
against Bat? Lena and Quap are the go-tos. Maybe Zeus. Zeus can be kind of sus though. If you screw up, you can die.
Radiant
Death
team
Prophet. They ban Wyvern anyway. They insta-ban it.
pick. Dire team pick.
Oh, they go Faceless. Yeah, that's a fantastic pick. This is the best hero. He's purple. It's also good against Bat. Potentially in the lane. I'm actually not sure if it still lanes okay against Bat though. Because I imagine if Bat just doesn't skill E, you'll probably die. If you ever get caught with your W down and Faceless. Potentially, this could be offlane Bat, but they will not play it on the Beast. I believe Whole City will play it if it's offlane. However, I don't think they should put it offlane, because you don't really want to lane into Void. If they want to put Void mid to go against Bat, then that's kind of whatever. But you can avoid the side lane matchup here, so I don't think they should.
You know, KU, not only did I grab some water while I was gone, you wanna know what else I grabbed? Like, you know, like the meme of like break glass in case of emergency for your Terrorblade? I had a Mountain Dew Baja Blast sitting in my fridge.
Oh
waiting.
no.
I've broken out the Mountain Dew Baja Blast. I'm ready to blast.
I hope this is a 3-game series then.
I am ready to blast. No more. I've been utterly flabbergasted, a little bit lethargic since the explosion at the end of game 1, and I'm ready for game 2 now.
Yeah, I don't know what carry Polar Ass should pick here. Maybe like, I don't even know if they're gonna pick it in this phase.
Is Wraith King a viable counter to Faceless Void, or is he just not good right now?
Yeah, I think that hero sucks ass, and I don't think the hero is good against Void ever.
Really?
People always will say, oh, survive the Chronosphere. Or you die in the Chronosphere, and then you're alive again. But you can't actually man-fight Void, like, ever. Your stun is not that good against Void either. And then eventually, if you ever die randomly, you can just get chronoed on the respawn, or you can just like Void can just run away from you and ignore you and kill everyone else. I mean, this Polar Ass team actually picked Wraith King against us this season when I was Void. And they like were owning us, and then they Giga through somehow, and then he couldn't fight me ever.
Huh.
And they're leaving. I mean, if Wraith King is a good hero, I think you can argue that it's good. But at this state of Wraith King, I think
you see that hero that's got picked? You,
that's
my hero.
That's a cool pick.
Radiant won. They've already won.
It's like Omni Knight Light. It's good against pretty much what Dire has, right? It's really good against Willow. You can purge all of her stuff. It's good against the lasso in theory. But mostly that can be kind of impractical unless Bat like screws up. Bat can always just like W as he goes in, and then knock the Abaddon away. But you can still purge his stacks of Q, which is good. But one thing is, I was gonna say they should have gone Lina, I think, in the second phase, because I don't know what else lanes against Bat besides Lina and Quap.
Maybe they go for some like off meta option that's not necessarily a great mid laner, but is good against.
Yeah, Invoker was good too.
Well, Invoker's also banned, unfortunately.
Yeah, they just banned it here. Good bans, I think. I mean, it's Invoker faceless, Lina faceless. Makes sense. Potentially, they could put faceless Void against Bad Rider, no matter where the lane is. So if it's actually mid bad, you could follow him. But I don't love it. I think that's bad. You should just play this faceless in the safe lane. And if Bad is there, you celebrate. And if he is mid, then whatever. Get someone else. I don't know what they're gonna pick for Gary here. On Polar S. Because I would probably just go TB. And ironically, though, it's a pretty good Pudge game.
I actually like TB. TB has a lot of armor. He has he's an okay lane to Mars, and Mars is 6, and he's good against the Abaddon as well, which is most cores are not that great against Abaddon, but Terrorblade is probably the best carry in the game against Abaddon, other than
just silence him. He has to like
supposed to be better.
Save himself or something, and what Abaddon's never gonna help kill you, right?
Usually not, unless somehow Abaddon gets like Blink Hex, then or like Blink Hex Manta or something stupid like that, then it's not gonna happen.
They might go like Drow Ranger, but that looks like trash. I don't know. I mean, they kind of need someone to hit the egg, which is why a range carry could be good. But it's Mars Phoenix and Avoid PA. Yeah, I mean, it's good against Mars in lane. I think. I'm not sure where they'll put this Abba. They could put it against Disruptor, who I'm assuming is the 5. To purge the Thunder Strike or whatever.
Yeah, that would be the ideal option, but it's not terrible into the Dark Willow lane either. There's a lot of good stuff to purge in that lane as well.
Yeah.
You can always just do the double shield, walk up into like Willow plus Tiny. Ideally, he's laning the Bat Rider, but that's just not going to happen.
Pango.
Okay,
I mean, it's a cool Pango game. I don't know how the lane will go. If he gets out of the lane, then this pick is pretty good. I mean, it's potentially at risk of dying to a Tiny combo, but other than that, if you get your roll off, you're pretty free. I mean, he can lasso you in your roll, but that's like not ideal. I think I like this Radiant draft. I think PA is like kinda not a great hero. It can hit its timings if you get Battle Fury, if you win your lane, which he should win his lane. So if he hits his timings well, then they can get Roche, and he has a way to play against this Chrono. But if Radiant is off to a good start, they get Roche and stuff. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna get Chronoed and die. However, I don't think Radiant has great damage for Chrono. The Sunray is cool, and Pango can like Q, but it's not like a Zeus or Invoker or Hoodwink or something that will just nuke into the chrono. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back, like 15 seconds.
Okay, I'll be here, and I'll do this nice little intro for game 2, because if you are just joining us, welcome to a losers bracket quarterfinal series between Moozy and Sakurai on the Radiant team and Polar Ass on the Dire team. It's unfortunate you're just joining now, because you've missed an all-time great game 1. But hopefully Game 2 can live up to the expectations set by Game 1. My name is Badger. I am joined by Season 7 last champion KU, and hopefully we're in for a good Game 2. That'd be nice. It'd be nice and fun if Game 2 proved to be a good one. And again, we have a lot of team fighters on the Radiant side. Last game, Polar Ass's overwhelming team play helped them win. Moozy is Crying will help for the same in this game 2, of course. I am personally... I have conflicted opinions right now. For my voice's sake, I want Polar Ass to win, but for Abaddon's sake, I want Radiant to win. So, it's no matter what, either my voice wins or my love for Abaddon wins, so no matter what, I can't lose. I can't lose.
It feels good.
When you play both sides, you just can't lose, and it's... Unlike last game, there will be no pre-horde shenanigans. There will be runes grabbed on both sides, but it looks like Dire will get the 3 runes again, so... Correction, actually Polar Ass will get it again. They're playing Radiant when they got it last time, but... Polar Ass, they're just positioning well 2 games in a row. They get 3 bounty runes, and... What if your Moozy is Crying? It is go time. It is do or die. Your season comes down to this.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
I think a lot of this game rides on this mid lane. If this Pango just gets rolled by Batrider, this game might just be very tough. However, if he's able to get his levels, maybe Bat still wins the lane or whatever.
Sounds like a problem, because Pango can't roll until level 6. Haha.
So true. But
I'm terrible, sorry.
if Pango is able to get his levels, and not just get shut out of the game, his ult is really good, and he can just like walk to the Mars, and they can kill whoever. Bottom lane should just be trading. It's Abaddon, so it's hard for Dire to really kill. And I think I played this Faceless Void versus this guy's Tiny. And I owned him, but I had a Wyvern, and they had a Nyx, so the lane was a little bit different. Abaddon probably does not put as much pressure as Wyvern can with the Q, but potentially he could skill E. I don't think it's good.
Wyvern definitely has more offensive potential in that lane, but Abaddon's also a very good safety blank. Like, we mentioned Omniate last game. Abaddon's a very similar hero, where it's very rare that Abaddon will overpower you in the lane and win you the lane. But he's a hero who makes it extremely easy to draw a lane. If you're PMA, getting an early 6 strong lane farm-wise is absolutely fine.
Yeah. I don't think... Radiant should definitely not lose. But I don't see them shutting down this Tiny. Top lane... I think Disruptor's one of the best heroes against Phoenix, especially in lane.
It feels good.
You saw it there, he just ran him down and got first blood.
You just Thunderstrike him, which Phoenix cannot deal with. He just takes too much damage. And then all 3 of his other spells are good against Phoenix in the game. You can Kinetic Field him, Phoenix can't get away, you can Glimpse him if he is diving away, and then your ult obviously stops Egg and all of his other spells. That is what Phoenix wants to do, cast his spells. And then PA, I think, is good against Mars, especially this Mars. Can get abused by PA. He's low armor. It'll be interesting to see if PA goes Blightstone. Yeah, he has Corrosion flying up. So Mars could potentially struggle in this lane. Dire should win this lane, I believe. And they are off to a good start with the first blood. Mid lane again. It looks like this Bat is actually losing to Pango, which can. I mean, it's hard to last it on bad. I played this hero a few times recently. I was doing my cavern call. I cannot last it. I don't know. I have a mental block, but yeah. I mean, Pango's having a good time. He's not getting zoned off the wave at all. Oh,
We're seeing Abaddon die bottom lane. We're also seeing Phoenix potentially die top lane. He will not die. Oh, he barely survives the corrosion damage. But again, so far the lanes have been going, other than mid lane, pretty well for Polar S.
yeah. I think Abaddon dying, it's like kinda whatever. I'm sure you know this.
I know
your,
this.
your shield a bunch.
Mhm.
He did go E, which I said I didn't love. Like I didn't really want him to do this.
I like it.
I think it's kind of a bait. If you have Faceless Void, you're not really gonna be able to pressure that much with this. If you have like a Drow Ranger or something, okay.
Huh. We are seeing Death top lane on Levi. Him and Sonic went for the kill, but a little bit of an overextension there.
Yeah, again, I mean, he also used a lot of his mana, so I think dying on subs, it happens. If you use your resources and in the lane, it's cool, whatever. But yeah, now he's 1/1/1 on Abba, which I think you do want your Q. This spell is very efficient. I mean, it's 50 mana for 110 healing, which is pretty good. You can just like spam this.
The point in the E is nice though, in that it forces the Tiny to stay honest. Like if you see Abaddon running at you, if he hits you twice, you suddenly have to actually do things. You have to toss him or avalanche. Versus if he doesn't have the E, then he only offers pure defensive potential there. And we're seeing CB run away right now. He will not die, I believe, but it will be close. Shadow Realm hits, and that actually will be a death on the Abaddon. So again, one more kill for the Beast of US East. PMA will be forced to time lock away, and he will dodge. Good dodge there from PMA. But again, that's another death there on CB. He, actually, the only problem with dying there is I think he had full mana when he died, which is
I mean, he had full
inefficient.
mana, he had full resource. He's just like trying to click them with this E, and it's just he's trolling. Like you don't need to be clicking these guys in this lane. Is the thing. You just want your Void in front, doing Void stuff. He has Time Walk. Just heal him. Just sustain the lane, deny the creeps when Tiny doesn't have tree, and stop the pulls. You don't really need to play super aggressively here. You just need Void to not fall behind, which is happening right now. Tiny is winning on CS by a lot. Almost double. But we are seeing mid. Pango got his level 6. I think this Pango can solo carry this game, at least this like early to mid game. As long as he doesn't randomly die to this bat. Which, when they both hit 6, either hero can die, especially with a rotation. The only thing is, both games this series, the subs are not really rotating heroes. Like, we're not seeing Tiny as a sub. We're not seeing any Marcy. No Earth Spirit, nothing like this. We have Phoenix and Abba. These guys only rotate defensively. So if Bat is diving, then they'll come. They won't come to dive the Bat, generally, unless they have nothing else to do. And then Dark Willow is okay. Maybe you can walk up behind Pango, but it's not exactly as good as something like Marcy. And Disruptor also could potentially walk there, but like none of these heroes really want to run mid until like later when they are not needed in their side lanes at all. So this game is kind of just on the mid players to see what they can create on the map.
Okay. This pause is really messing with my vibes right now.
One thing that I just saw is if we are looking at the last hits and denies, this Dark Willow has 13 denies. That's insane.
What do you mean he has 13 denies?
Not crazy? Is he like denying cogs Is there a clock here again?
Oh, I'm double checking the hero list. I do not see Clockwork. I see heroes that are not clock. Well, how the hell does he have 13 denies?
This Abba is definitely trolling. I mean, that's pretty bad. Because when usually you just look at the chords, right? And I see 25 and 6 on Tiny, 14 and 0 on Void. That tells a story. Not looking too good for Radiant, but you know it happens. Offlaners are cringe. They pick these tanky strength guys. They deny your creeps or whatever. But when their sup has 13 denies, that feels a lot worse. You know, that's it's not a good sign. It's all good though. Face's Void is broken. Just chrono them.
Yeah.
They did not pick that much damage for chrono though. This could be an issue. Usually I'm playing Faceless Void, and I don't do anything. I just pray that my sup and my mid will kill everyone for me. This Void kind of has to kill people, so this could be an issue. And the yellow is commenting on what we were just talking about.
Entirely. I mean, if I were playing carry, I'd be like, man, these creeps are just being taken by this hero. He gets 65 damage. That's a lot of damage. PMA. He's trying to keep it PMA, but he's not very happy right now. He is struggling to keep it PMA, to be cool, calm, and collected. His goal is being, once again, Dark Below is 13 nights, and also Tiny is 6. So there's 19 creeps denied. This is... Okay, we are back, and oh no, it's another deny. It's 20 denies, and 20 denies in 5 minutes. That's half the possible creeps denied. That's gotta be tilting right there.
Yeah, I think one thing that they can do in this lane is just have Void right-click the Tiny and get healed by Abba for whatever damage he takes. If he's having this much trouble contesting the creeps, obviously something is not working. Going for the last hit is not working, so you need to attack the guy and get him off your wave. And I think what they were trying to do was have Abba hit the Tiny, and that got him killed twice. Because he's like trying to hit him with the E, but Void also has his E, and Tiny has 0 armor, so...
Somebody's going to die top lane. It is Nova, by the way. You're saying before that?
So maybe if they had kind of switched the roles of how safe laners are playing mid...
He's going in the whole city,
Lasso.
but... It's only 3 stacks right now, but again, Vico is far away from safety. He's trying to run to Abaddon, it appears, but again... Down he runs. Both grab 1, but he's still dead.
He had his Q for like half a second. He just didn't click it. I mean, I guess Bat had Lasso, but he's just trying to bottle instead of swashbuckling. A little misplay, but it happens. Top lane, this Mars is dragging the wave. Disruptor was looking for him.
There is a glimpse on 4th, by the way, but I think he's fine. He is a Mars. He's just killing Levi. Levi suddenly is not enjoying the fight he has chosen. Sonic God will blink in, but... Wait a minute. So 4th TP's away. Levi, I think, will barely die, and he will barely die.
But he might die here on Phoenix.
Yeah, there is Vengeance afoot. Phoenix, again, 1 armor. Icarus dive on cooldown. So I guess Sonic God is the only winner of that fight. Everyone lost but him.
That was really funny. The Phoenix dove in right as Mars speared, and the Phoenix cut all the trees. Like, 4 trees in a line, right where the spear is going, all got cut, and then he missed the spear. And then he died on Phoenix.
Alright, bottom lane, PMA in danger. He will time walk into a shield from CB, so he's not going to die quite yet, but I guess he wants to do some man fighting with the shield buff. The Beast is about 1/3 HP, but again, with the Brambles on the floor, there is no kill on Tiny. There will be a Chrono soon, but not quite yet.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like they've figured it out. took him a while, but the Void has started attacking Tiny more instead of hitting the creeps, and as a result,
we're seeing fighting in both side lanes. PMA is in danger. He cannot time lock quite yet, and he will now. Whole City TPs in, Flame Breaks on 2, but in comes Pangolier, rolling on Dark Willow and the Bat Rider. PMA again low, CB will shield, but a little bit too early. Lasso did not get the kill, and now Whole City has died. So again, Cello will win the Gauntlet Challenge. Meanwhile, top lane, we are seeing... Never mind. Seeing Vico now go on the Beast bottom again. The Beast is low, but so is Vico. Swashbuckle will kill the Tiny. Cello will not kill Vico before he dies. 3 kills for the side of Moozy is crying, and suddenly we're seeing a fight top lane as well. A glimpse on fourth. Fourth can Arena, who used it on Sonic, but the spear is missed. And again, a rare misplay by fourth. Sonic God is still dropping low. TP in by Bat Rider. He has the travels. He's running at Nova. Nova will TP. Sonic God will still die to the rebuke from fourth Yorlingus, who now TPs away from Levi and Whole City. TP. So 4 kills across the map. 4 to the side of Moozy is crying, and this game is suddenly looking real good for them.
Yeah, it was lucky this Pango had Illusion Rune bottom, and he popped it and it tanked the Willow's Bedlam, and he was able to get healed by Ab. So this Pango, after getting solo killed by the Bat, he kind of brought his game back here, which is good. This is what Radiant needs. They need their Pango to kind of snowball this game for them. Spaceless Void not having a great time, and he's caught up. Like, since we talked about the denies and stuff, he has been getting more CS, and Tiny has been getting less. And he's actually chronoing bottom.
Chrono bottom. Vico rotates in, rolling through. Dark Willow will now die. Move to Tiny, and Tiny has spells, but only has half HP. I don't think he can escape this one. PMA looks for the bash. Will not get it, but again, there's no running for the Beast. Only bashes and right clicks. However, again, is there vengeance? Levi has glimpse. Whole City has no lasso yet. It has in 3 seconds. Dire have a glimpse on Vico. Abaddon will not use shield quite yet. Will now pop the borrowed time, trying to zone away. Whole City's lasso on the Abaddon. But PMA's time out in once again. Levi will die to Swashbuckle. So again, another death on Polar Ass. Cello's TP'd in from his death, but it's just too late. Right now we're just seeing Moozy is crying, dominating right now.
Yeah, and Mars is getting a lot of space to hit this top tower. Tiny comes up here. Yeah, I mean, I don't really like offline Tiny. I think it's pretty trash. These guys keep playing it. They played it against us like 3 times or something. But it feels like the problem I have with it is you get your levels later than a mid-Tiny, and it's harder to move around than a mid-Tiny, right? So you're kind of stuck in this safe lane, or in this off lane, and your combo doesn't do all that much damage, and if you can't kill the guys, then your game kind of slows down. And his game is okay. I mean, it's still pretty good, but we saw him owning the Void, and now they're same net worth, which is mostly because of this Pango's rotations. But we'll have to see. He's fighting top.
It's some offlaner on offlaner brawling, but unfortunately for the offlaners, there is now support in the lane, ruining the honorable one-on-one.
And they could definitely, yeah, they're gonna kill this Tiny, or they're gonna try.
Dude, the Beast wants to go in. He knows he's in a 1v2. He still wants to go in. Oh no, it's an Arena Spear combination. Unfortunately, the Beast this time will get punished for his over-aggression. Eventually. Eventually, there it is. Swashbuckle will finish the kill, ensuring Pangolier gets the kill rather than Mars or Phoenix, so... Again, relatively low-risk... Actually, yeah, it's more of a high-risk, low-reward play there, now think about it, and unfortunately for the Beast, it did not pay off.
Dire structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom
Well, top tower is under attack.
Might defend top, though. This guy's porting. He's level 4 on Disruptor, though.
He just hit 5, but still no Static Storm. There's a Curse Crown on Vico. He'll roll, purging off the debuff. He is running towards Cello with the roll. There's a stun, but the Shadow Realm is the counterplay from Dark Willow. No kills.
I mean, I guess the winner of all of this action is probably PA. This guy has not been touched pretty much at all. There was like that one fight top. He ended up dying. But since then, he's just been hitting creeps. Void is also, I think, happy with this game. We talked about how owned he was getting, but his game is okay now. He got his Midas. He got a few kills.
One more arena on the Beast, but this time he's got plenty of teammates nearby. It's a big fight top lane. Supernova comes from the Radiant side, looking to stun on 4. Can they kill the Supernova in time? They barely will. It's a 1-for-1 so far. The 4th will be the next kill. Oh, the Chronosphere on 3! A perfect Chrono, but Mars is still dead. There's just no damage. So a perfect Chrono into non-perfect damage. Whole City's now dead for a 2-for-2 trade. Cello will cancel his TP as Abaddon arrives. The Beast will be left to die, it appears. Slowed and brought down by the Pangolier. A 3-for-2 trade in favor of Moozy's crying. And, well, you mentioned PA farming. Guess what PA is doing? Alone farming.
Yeah, I mean, PA is happy, but I don't think Dire should be losing the fights like this. I mean, the main issue is this Disruptor hero. I don't know. This hero, I don't think it's that good. I haven't really seen it at all anywhere. I think I saw it like once in South America. But I haven't been seeing it in the qualifiers. I haven't been seeing it in my cups. And admittedly, it was a good-looking Disruptor game. But he's level 5 at 15 minutes. Like, I don't know. It just feels bad to be this guy, especially with Radiant just like running at you constantly.
Unfortunate TP from Biko, by the way. He just TPs into a glimpse immediately. What can you do? Bottom lane, we're seeing a dive on Nova. Whole City has Lasso in 41, but not quite in time with the Abaddon TPing in as well, so no kills bottom lane in either direction.
Okay, PA has Fury. I mean, PA can carry this game, for sure. However, there's also a very real chance PA just gets all the ults dropped on her and then dies. So again, Roche is going to be very important for both teams. Both Faceless Void surviving through a lasso, and for PA surviving through Chrono plus whatever else.
Well, Levi has the 6, and will put the good use mid lane to potentially kill the Pangolier, and it will be a successful kill. A lot of gold going to Levi.
Yeah, he actually got like 700 gold and up full level. That was crazy.
It's a good day to be Levi, apparently. He now has a maxed out glimpse and a lot more gold in his pockets. He has 1,400 gold right now. He's a happy man.
I'd be... If this was Kobe, he'd be queuing up the Midas. Guaranteed.
It is Midas time for a lot of people in this game, but apparently not the Disruptor. It's actually only the Void buying a Midas this game.
Yeah. I mean, PA is going to outfarm this Void for a while. The one thing Void has going for him is he has a circle ult, so...
Smoke up by Dire, finds the Mars, he'll use his circle ult, the Arena. There's Cello on the Beast on the inside, CB will get glimpsed away from the fight, so it's still a 3v2, correction of 4v2 with Sonagot arriving. In a 5v2, I just can't count. But I can count the Radiant heroes because they're running out of them very rapidly. They've already lost 3, and there's only an Abaddon in the bottom lane. And the 1 will turn to 0 once the borrow time is expended. Borrow time's now been used. But again, in the 5v1, there's no way out but down. He will die. Eventually. Correction, right now, to the Beast of the US East. It's a 4-for-0 trade, and... well, now it's Polar Ass again in the driver's seat.
Yeah, that was just really awkward from Radiant. This Pango roll, like, kinda didn't hit anyone, and Void didn't TP in, and they got glimpsed out on Abba, I think, so Dire was able to just kind of roll the fight. They're up by 4k all of a sudden. I thought it was looking pretty good for Radiant, but between this Pango dying, then he died again, and this PA had a little Ancient stack, and he was 2 or 3. It's actually a 3k lead for Dire now. And they're smoked again.
It's actually really important, though. Radiant saw the smoke. It was under that Ob's ward right there, next to the outpost. Because of that, this gank will not succeed, so that the lead will not balloon any further quite yet.
I feel like Radiant should group and try and take this fight, honestly. They still have all their spells, and Dire is down lasso.
Well, no lasso. Apparently, lasso not needed. Problem is, they've run into an Abaddon. Not an easy target to kill, nor a viable one if they kill him. We're seeing a roll from Vico. He blinks in, but cannot find the stuns. Was trying to find him in that little area right there, but there were no heroes to be stunned in that little choke point area, so no kills in either direction again. We're still deadlocked at 13 kills apiece.
This Pango's having some unlucky ultimates here, which is kind of costing his team a lot. Now he's getting gone on.
Yeah, Avalanche, but no toss. Toss is only on a creep, so now the Beast is inside an arena. CB again, look at glimpsed away, but not very far. The Beast.
From the right.
Yeah, Chronosphere is available. PMA wants to use it perhaps in the back lines, but Dire will let the Beast die. The remainder of the team will attempt to get away, and they will successfully get away, other than Levi, who was just walking in the Phoenix. And I think Levi died. Levi? Levi's fine. He'll find a way out. Maybe. Yeah, he's fine. Well, if we're looking at the PA's items, it is time for big item number 2. It is that Desolator. It is the tried and tested B-Fury into Deso into BKB classic for years. And again,
Yeah,
it's going to be a fight in the river.
Scary.
Whole City has Lasso. He's already half HP and stunned by a spear into a chain stun from the roll. Whole City will attempt the flame break and walk away, but he's just dead. Now PMA is time locked in into a glimpse away by Levi, but Vico cannot lock down Sonic God. He blinked away towards Cello Mello. He's now daggering CB, who has borrowed time. CB survives. The Beast will blink in, demolishing the Phoenix. Now 1-for-1 trade. Sonic God blinks in, killing Abaddon, so it's 2 supports for 1 Bat Rider. Spear somehow latches on Tiny, but Tiny has a Shadow Amulet buff on him. Curse Crown will stun the Mars. Meanwhile, Dire look towards a kill on the Faceless Void, who's in the Static Storm and the Bedlam. Supports want to kill the Void. 4th year Lingus is dead, but the Void will time walk away into another glimpse. At this point, Dire lack the damage. The damage is chasing a Pangolier right now. PMA will again time lock, but Dire see him. There's an Observer Ward to spot his movements into the Terrorize. He's feared. The dagger, the blink in, the kill on PMA, the kiting around by Cello Mello and Levi results in a huge kill on Void. And again, Polar Ass will win the team fights.
Yeah, this Void W'd as he was getting glimpsed, and he used it before he got teleported, basically. And then he died. But also, I think his build is... I would not do this. I think you should always get Shard after Maelstrom. If you go Midas, doesn't matter. If you go Mask Madness, you should get this Shard. This Shard is super broken. Makes you so hard to kill. And I can understand why he wants BKB. Like, there's Disruptor, there's these Dark Willow spells. You think you need BKB to live, but you should just play better. Just get the Shard and play better. If you need this BKB, then that's tough. He also has an Abba and a Phoenix. I feel like the Shard is just will make his game easier, and he needs to hit good Chronos, and the Shard lets him do that.
We are back from our pause, luckily. And again, for those who don't remember, this is Polar Ass's top 4 qualification game. If they win this one, if they win the game, they'll win the series 2-0. And again, they're in the winning position right now. They're up in Aegis and up 6k gold.
Yeah, this Mars is really poor, actually. He's going BKB first. He still doesn't have it at 22 minutes.
That's not ideal.
Get lassoed?
Lasso not quite in range. Even though there was an Aether Lens for Bat Rider, was not in range of 4th year Lingus.
I mean, this Roche on PA is really, really bad for Radiant. I talked about this in the draft and like earlier. Whoever has Aegis, whichever carry has Aegis, is feeling like really good at that time, and it makes the fights for the other team really hard. So Dire already has a lead, and now with this Aegis, they will probably be able to extend it. unless they majorly screw something up. Because it's pretty much impossible for Radiant to kill this guy twice.
Top tower is under attack.
I think
Radiant's
this Abba hero
Dire's
is
top
looking
tower is under attack.
a little trash right now. He doesn't really do anything. He's kind of just a dispel.
Well,
Okay.
Arena, another spear missed by 4th year Lingus. An uncharacteristically bad game on Mars. I believe the highest MR offlaner in the league, and he's going to die bottom lane on out Biki, but he still gets crit down by Sonagod. Another death on Mars. And now, that's a blink on the Phoenix as well. The Phoenix was supernova, but there's no way out of this death. Yeah, there we go. Another death. He buys back immediately on Nova. Meanwhile, top lane, there's Whole City with his BKB running in towards other heroes. So now TP away. Chrono is committed just to kill the Batrider. Chrono well expended. Big kill for PMA. A lot of money into his pockets, but again, across the map with that T2 going down bottom lane as well. It's a disaster right now for Moozy's crying.
Yeah, I think the Mars was trying to set up bottom, but someone got glimpsed. Whoever was TPing next to him got glimpsed by Levi. He had a ward down.
Oh, Levi goes for a big play on Vico, but again, he'll now glimpse. Never mind.
No,
No,
he'll shard.
roll up. Good attempt, but no success there. However, Sonagod blinks in for CB. Bar time. It has now been returned. He's back to being a hero who can die. The Beast wants to go in, but will not find the angle to kill the Abaddon.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some flaming right now. It's
Go
gonna
for
get
it.
ugly.
Go for it.
Pangolier players that take this left talent are actually, I don't know, they're living in some different worlds from me.
Speaking of
Does he
Pangolier
get
players,
lassoed?
he is lassoed. Abaddon will attempt to save. Abaddon's dead, and Vico will attempt to Yules himself. Question, he's Yules by, I think, a Dark Willow for the lockdown. He's going to die there in the Pangolier. A double kill for the Beast of US East, and,
Structures are fortified.
well, he's now dead.
Radiant's middle tower is under
You were a naysayer about his talents, and now he's dead.
Ever since the talents looked like this, where you had the cooldown in the ball or the Rolling Thunder duration, there's been a lot of people who take this extra duration, and before, like when you're a sup, you can like chain stun this guy, you get a Yules or whatever, it's okay. But I think especially now, and especially as a core, this hero needs to be doing damage, and it needs to be doing a lot of damage. And the way it does this is by buying an Ags and spamming his W during his ult. Like, you don't need to be in ball for 13 seconds to stun a guy, like, what, one more time? 2 more times at max if you're, like, perfectly putting him between 2 walls. Like, Radiant is just, they're running out of damage, and this talent is not helping, and it won't help, and it'll stop him scaling. And he's not even going for an Axe, he's going for Basher, which is okay, but I still think they need more damage. Like Faceless Void, he has his Chrono, but they don't have like much to throw into the Chrono. They have Abba S5, they have Phoenix S4. These heroes don't really do that much damage in the Chrono. Sunray's good, but it's kind of hard for him to... Like, this Phoenix, I have not been feeling his impact really at all. It feels like they're just targeting his egg, or they're locking him down before he gets egg, and if he's able to stand outside of Chrono and just Sunray into it, that'll be good. But we haven't really seen it at all. And Radiant's having troubles with these team fights. There is no more Aegis though on PA. She does have BKB and a Basher flying.
That's
She
the
is
problem
really
there.
farmed.
The second Roshan is a disaster if Dire can get it, because at that point it's another Aegis and a Shard for PA. At that point, she's just too big.
Yep. And one thing is, the last game looks similar. I mean, Dire, like Polar Ass was doing good, but
Oh, they find
Lovely.
PMA. He'll get the BKB off in time. There's an Arena on the 2 on the south side. There's still a lasso on PMA. No Chrono quite yet. A lot of heroes are dying right now, but nobody is dead. Vico will roll away from Sonic God. Dagger blink in will actually crit down Vico. And now Dire move to Mars and Abaddon. Borrow time is popped. Supernova is there. Dire will focus down the egg. His Chronosphere is only on one. Whole City won't even die in the Chrono. At this point, Radiant will attempt to get the Batrider kill, and they will, but it will be at the cost of their Void. Another bash from Sonic God. CB dies as well. Fourth will TP away. So a 4-for-2 trade in Polaris' favor in the all chat. It is flowing. Here we go. Whole City. That's how you know he's feeling himself. He's back in the all chat.
Yeah, I think this PA, they actually kind of had a chance to kill him if they dropped everything on him. He used his BKB to kill Pango, and they still had Chrono and Egg. And Phoenix got what looked to be a good egg if Void had Chronoed. There were 3 heroes right on top of the egg. If Void had Chronoed it, that could have been actually really good for Radiant, but he Chronoed the Bat instead. And they ended up killing Bat, but the egg dies, and then everyone else dies.
Well, Spear on Venom Assassin. Big kill if they can get it. Static Storm is the counterplay, but not in time to save Sonic God. A big carry dead, and Radiant want more. They move to the Beast, who's slowed by Rebuke. Chrono, again, still on cooldown, but Tiny is just being bashed by Faceless Void and slowed by the Abaddon. The Curse of Furnace will slow him. Meanwhile, we're seeing a roll by Vico forward to look for the kill on Whole City. Diffusal Slow is on cooldown, so Bat can't BKB and TP, or just, I guess, walk away. It is 2 core kills for the side of Moozy is crying. It certainly will not win them the game immediately, but we saw last game.
Pray for this insta-spawn Roche, and that could have been game-winning.
Right now, it is. We're about to find out how lucky Radiant gets. And the answer is somewhat lucky. We're seeing a lasso on Mars. It is own arena. Mars is dragged on the outside. Whole City's BKB is ending right now, glimpsed away by Levi. And, well, now we're seeing Whole City. Again, speared by 4th, but no kill.
He's too far.
The Glimmer from Levi, a little bit too powerful. Levi, for his part, will die for his sacrifice. A valiant Glimmer cape to save his Batrider. And again, Radiant, they want that rush on, as you mentioned. It's up in 35 seconds, but by the time it's up, the Dire will be alive and everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great punish by Radiant on the PA, standing on the high ground. They speared him into tier 4's mid.
Yeah, oh wow, mid, they find Vico with the toss in. Pangolier. Okay, he's just dead. That's a big kill there for Polaris suddenly.
Yeah, I mean, this Pango's not scaling very hard. He's kind of struggling. And again, he queued up the eggs right now. He has identified what he needs, which is to do more damage. The only problem is you needed to identify this before you hit level 15, and then you need to get the right talent. Or you need to just always get the right talent, which is what I preach. Which, you know, that's what you should do. This other talent is trash. Because if you need this axe, if the game state changes and you need the axe, but you got the left talent, then you're screwed. But if you get the right talent and you don't need an axe, then you still get the shield crash more. I don't know. Anyway, Roche is up. So this is probably the game decider.
Right now, Dire are
Bargaining.
aware it's alive. I don't think Radiant know, but at a certain point, it has to be alive, so they know it can be alive.
Yeah, if they just walk in and take this, that would be insane.
Ooh, wait, Dire did not see that 5-man smoke. This could be the play. Roshan's not dying too fast. It's only Sonic got in the pit with minus armor.
Tiniest BKB.
Oh, the
and
avalanche on 2 from the Beast. He'll now BKB. PA leaves the pit, daggering Abaddon. The break. But Barton also Chronosphere on 2. PA and Tiny, but Lasso brings him outside the Chronosphere. The Spear again locks down Sonic God and the Beast. They both are going to die. Perhaps Sonic God will attempt to lifesteal his way out, but he's again being right-clicked down. He is dead. Curse Crown stuns on 3, but it's too late. That's, again, the same 2 cores that died earlier in the grave. PA and Tiny. And Radiant, at long last, can claim the Roshan they wanted 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, like we were saying, Radiant has the circle ult. If PA doesn't have Roche, they can kill her. They literally dropped everything. They're rolling, they chronoed, they egged and Sunrayed, and he arenaed in the chrono, like as it ended. So they dropped literally everything, and they got lucky because they stacked. Tiny and PA were right on top of each other. So everyone is on board, just committing everything. If it's just PA, maybe some people hesitate, and then she gets BKB off and whatever. And using bottom.
Well, Vico is going to die, it appears, so he'll attempt to roll up and roll away, but I don't think... Never mind, actually is enough. He has the Blink Dagger, he escapes. Thought for a second he might be dead, but despite the jump, he did not die. If you're wondering, the free shard went to PMA. It's a very good shard on Void, and well, PMA greeted out, did not want to buy it, and now it has paid off. It's free gold saved.
True. But, I think if he bought his shard earlier, he would have had any amount of good chronos. More than 0.
I fully agree, but his line of thought is now paying off. His greedy play is now paying off at long last.
True. It's like last game, I thought he should go Blink, but he just kept walking in and he was owning. So it's about perspective. We can both have different views on the game. Also, bottom, I think Bat's lasso, when they went on this Pango, I think it was like 5-second cooldown or something. So that Pango was able to live. But I actually didn't see, but I'm pretty sure if he had lasso, he would have used it. But yeah, it's looking better for Radiant. They have by no means won. I said second Aegis, or I said Aegis on your carry makes you feel really good. And it does. But this game is not over. They still have to hit their spells on PA, or PA will just kill everyone. However, it's much harder for Radiant to lose straight up from this point. It's very hard for Faceless Void to die twice without getting anything off. He has the Shard, he has BKB, he has Aegis. He's going Lincolns.
Blind Man spoke from the side of Moozy's crying.
Good ward. It sees Levi. Okay.
Missed rebuke, but I think Levi's still dead. Yeah, he's not dead quite yet, but again, all's well that ends well.
That was messy, and he had the BKB on Mars, which could end up mattering if they keep looking for stuff, but maybe they just have to chill now because he has no BKB. We'll see. Pango has Ags. And I'm not gonna go on the whole speech again.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But he will be doing some more damage.
You know, eventually he will be level, I think it's 28. Yeah. And then when he's 28, then he'll have the talent he needs.
Right. They're split pushing on Dire. I mean, this is kind of what you have to do. You have a guy dead. PA has Satanic now. And Radiant is Aegis. And they have all the big ults.
Well, that is a one-shot by Vico with Swashbuckle, practically.
This Ags is broken. This is so good. Solo kills at this point in the game are actually really, really impactful. This guy got like 700 gold for killing a sup, and he got like probably 1 level of XP. It's crazy how much gold you get from killing these new supports that are just like walking around. At this point in the game, especially if you're behind. If your team is losing and you get this kill, it's like, it's crazy. I don't know the math on it, but every time I get a kill like that, I'm feeling good. Every time I see Pydock dying like that, I'm
a little bit angry.
I don't want to talk about it.
A little bit angry.
They're not getting. I mean, they're getting a lot of value about with this Aegis. Just being able to play the map. They cut down on the gold lead. I think like 5k or something. But they did not use the Aegis. They did not die with the Aegis, I guess. But you know, they got to farm an entire Lincoln's on Void with this Aegis, which will stop him from getting lassoed, potentially. He's going for a 4-staff on bat, though, so maybe it won't end up working. Disruptor is about to have Ags, which is pretty good, especially against this Void who wants to BKB the Static Storm.
Yeah, Lincoln's is finished. You did mention it. Yeah, DD Rune as well. That could be important for this next fight. It's even bottled as well. Sonic God knows. Okay, there's your 5-man smoke. Fire aware, there is no Roshan anymore. Here we go again. The Beast in the lead on Tiny. Right now, they don't see much.
They're running away from their ward. This is a little sus. They're 5-man running out of their vision and into the dark with 5 heroes missing, and they have no obs. So maybe.
Well, they've given away where they are. They've killed a courier with 2 clarities on it.
Yeah, Dire's not gonna end up walking up to them, but that could have potentially been bad. And now they're gonna smoke on Radiant, but they gave up this area in their triangle, and now they're walking back into it, which could be bad.
This is not
really
ideal at this point. They're incredibly far behind enemy lines right now. They need to escape on everybody they can, but with the Chronosphere, it's easier said than done. PMA has BKB available for Time Walk in, looking to perhaps Chrono Sonagod. Whole City has Lasso as a Supernova on the floor into a 1-man Chrono. They certainly want the PA, and they certainly will get the PA. Sonagod is dead. They're moving towards Whole City, who will TP away in time, barely. The stuns were not in range, so again, it seems like we are doing a repeat of Game 1. The lead is not quite as big as Game 1, but Polar Ass have taken a very sizable lead, and they have thrown it away.
Yeah, I mean, they drop everything on PA, which is what I said they need to do. And
The whole city's dead. His BKB's on cooldown. He's just dead bottom.
Nice catch.
Oh, dear lord. They're actually going to throw it again.
It's a bad play by this Radiant team. They should tip Whole City here. If they tip Whole City here, they'll win the series. They're tipping their guy. This guy's name is PMA, so it's like they're tipping their own player. This is trash. You need to tip Whole City. That's how you win.
I respect the PMA tips. Like, you gotta do the PMA tip your teammate thing instead of just, oh, I'm gonna bad manners tip Whole City. Whole City, he's born to be.
Whole City, literally, he got tipped once, and then he's focused on typing in the alt chat. He's not focused on hitting lassos anymore.
He's been tipped 1,000 times. I'm sure he's used to it by now, right?
There's no shot, because I'm tipping him in our series, and he's just writing a fucking essay in alt chat instead of playing the game. He's just dying off cooldown.
The Beast has grabbed the bottom tier 3 tower. He's not going to attempt to get away.
He can't
but...
port out here, in theory.
This is incredibly...
Police
okay,
bash.
there's your bash. There's your bash. The Beast went for the play, and it did not work. He's now going to eventually die, barring a miracle. The miracle will not arrive. Instead, there's only one more bash from Vico. Your gold lead is now down to 1k. So sure, you did get a T3 tower. You forced back TPs, but your gold lead is even smaller. And, well, if you are a Polar Ass fan, you might be upset right now. It is again, time to throw away your lead.
Yeah, I mean, Radiant has circles. Dire, Disruptor ult is cool. Dark Willow is cool, but they don't really have the setup like a Mars Arena or a Chronosphere, so it's kind of hard for them to utilize these spells. That's kind of one of the problems I have with offlane Tiny, is I think this hero, it's good, it can be good for bursting one guy, but it's not good for holding everyone down, which I think an offlaner, tanky strength offlaner, I think should, generally, not always, but I think it's good if they are able to hold multiple people, like a Tide, maybe Sand King, obviously Mars. So you kind of have to play fast and get a lot of kills with offlane Tiny, I think. Which he was, but now he's starting to fall off a little. Also, Whole City is in deep on a ward.
Yeah, I mean, this is classic Whole City gameplay. He might kill a courier, but... Correction, he will not kill the courier. Instead, the courier is going to hunt him.
Oh, he dodged it.
I mean, he's got BKB,
He's walking back
but...
into a ward. I mean,
Wait,
His team is running.
where are the Bashers? The Bashers are not here. They're not in range of whole city. CB, he goes in on the Abaddon. Bold play there. Meanwhile, we're seeing Vico roll on the south side. Static Storm has been used. Abaddon is dead so far. We're seeing a bash on the Mars as well. Mars will attempt the fight with the Supernova. Supernova will not be killed this time. The Colonel on the PA as well. But the Wind Waker on Phantom Assassin helps keep her alive. She now blinks away, but she still dies. The Yannick has been used, but she's disarmed. She cannot hit. There is no lifesteal for Son of God. And now, Polar Ass, they've already lost 3. Whole City is attempting to run away. There's a blink in Mars on 7. It seems like Whole City will get away. It will be close. Mars, Arena, missed. Whole City will juke it.
I mean, they should go. I guess they're gonna try and make him buy back. I think Radiant should go Roche though. I think this call is a little sus. Because if they buy back on Dire, which they only have it on one guy.
I have a glyph as well, so there's no more high grounding, I don't think.
I mean, the thing is, Radiant spells are all down. So if Dire was to buy back here and try and take the fight, Radiant might get rolled. And then they might lose Roche. It ends up working out, because these subs don't have buy. And potentially...
Dude, the beast is absolutely wild. He's fighting in the Radiant base right now. Meanwhile, they're diving Whole City. Whole City gets away back to the Radiant base. It's a 1v1. Biko runs down the beast back to the Dire base again. We're seeing Fourth looking to engage, but PMA's been locked down at Static Storm. He cannot get his BKB off for anything. It's still on cooldown.
Yeah.
And now it's a fear away on the Abaddon. Abaddon's attempting to run away. Abaddon has borrowed time, but Nova is dead as well. We're seeing huge deaths. CB will attempt to keep away. Meanwhile, in the Radiant base again, it's still 1v1 going on. Biko will bash the Tiny. Tiny will get speared towards the mid lane and will still die on the Tiny. Back to the mid lane again on the Dire side. It's CB, still in borrowed time. Not quite dead, but he is going to inevitably die here. So again, we get some big stuff gained by Moozy this time. They get the entirety of the mid ranks, but at the cost of their bottom T3 tower.
Yeah,
and they also have a lot of heroes.
This is insane, like, giga trolling that Radiant is doing with this call. Like, I call this from a mile away, because now they're gonna lose Roche, probably. They die back on Abba. Their Void potentially can buy back and contest it. And Dire's actually not walking to Roche. I don't know why. They could just like walk in and do it right now, but he's hitting creeps on PA. Maybe they don't know. Maybe they have the wrong timer from last game.
Yeah, I mean, the Radiant's even scanning it. Radiant are expecting the Roshan play. And
Everybody's trolling?
Everyone's trolling, apparently.
It happens. I mean, it's an intense game, right? It's the clog in the comms. No one knows what's happening. But Radiant was throwing. They might not get punished here. Abba has no buy, so...
Alright. Void is alive, has Chrono.
He has DD. This is gonna die in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, DD, Desolator, Phantom Assassin.
I mean, I think Pango should roll. Oh, he might get caught by Disruptor.
Alright, Vico
Roll
has
up,
been lassoed. He
please.
rolled up in time. Arena's there on 2. Disruptor has been stunned. PMA is on the way, but Levi has already fallen. Sonica leaves the Roshan pit. They are conceding Roshan, perhaps. Sonica looks for the wrap around the south side, perhaps, but again...
Radiant still has the outpost. This is really big. Levi has to walk.
Yeah, no TP location at all. It's
And Abba's gonna be able to port over.
all
this
the way.
is... Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Dire has been gifted a Roshan, basically, but they don't take this outpost, and then he clicks roll up on Pango. He lives. Please just kill Roche. Somebody. He has no lasso. They should just do it on Radiant, I think. They have the outpost. They have Pango with travels to get here.
Well, City has no Vicky. We're seeing a spear on Levi. Levi
he's gonna
at the
die back.
dieback if he dies here. The Windmaker is there from Cello Mello, but will not. He's had throwing stuff in time. PMA can't get anything off now. Levi is living out. PMA might get locked down by Sonic. Sonic looks through the bashes. Void is dead. A huge dinosaur from Levi. Now Cello is dead. Supernova will stun the beast in his BKB. Sonic blinks in for the Mars. Mars is low, but he spears away 2 heroes. Biko is now stunning on Bat Rider. Sonic's BKB remains on cooldown, but he has Satanic. Whole City. Flame bricks Fourth with the kill on Fourth. The streak is over. Dire's cores, they're all alive and looking for more. Vico will TP away and he will barely get away. And, well, guess who can once again go for Roshan? It's now Polar S.
I mean, that was so close. This Mars couldn't kill the disruptor, and then he time walked into the storm. You can BKB.
If Nova gets, he has a slot open. No, he doesn't go for it. He was thinking about it. He did it last game, got the cheese and the refresher shard last game, but this game does not get anything.
Yeah, I mean, both teams doing a little trolling. It happens. This Pango is really farmed though. He has a full abyssal and travels too.
Is lasso available? Lasso is available. Lincoln's has been popped into the lasso. There is a PA on the way. Vika will need to break some ankles to escape. Has roll. He will roll. He'll TP.
Oh, he might get bashed?
Never mind. No bash.
Oh.
Not in time. Meanwhile,
No,
wait a minute.
He bashed on the hit.
What's going on in the Radiant base? There's an alone
Hey,
Tiny.
This
Just
guy has no BKB for
what
one.
is he doing? He's alone entirely. He can cheese, but he's bashed. What the beast? What? Cycle even by his standards.
He got the tower.
Oh, you want to know why Pango lived at the bottom? He has travels too, for a lower TP
Yeah.
time.
I think travels too is a really underutilized item in the late game. I think you learn stuff like this by playing against AUI 2000 and unranked. Sometimes you're
Yep.
you're winning, and then they just buy like 3 travels 2 in your stack, and then they just TP everywhere, and then like you don't know what to do.
I understand. I've been there. I feel you.
Yeah, so I think this item is actually, and they buffed it. They made the cooldown shorter, the teleport time, like you channel it for shorter now. So yeah, I think it's a good purchase. He's also almost level 28. This is when Radiant wins the game. Like 30 minutes too late, but he'll get his 15 talent.
I mean, I mentioned it half jokingly, but yeah, he's about to get it.
I think PA still has 3 minutes on Aegis. It's pretty hard for Radiant. I mean, we saw it in the last, I guess, 2 fights ago, the last Chrono. This Dark Willow Wind Waker the PA, which almost saved him. Well, it actually did save him. He, I think, ended up dying outside of Chrono. So there's like no way they kill him twice, and this PA is like completely alone and is just getting bashed by Void. 2 lives in a row.
And these guys are really... They're making me work tonight, man. They're really making me
Game
work.
3.
They not only are getting 3 games, they're getting 3 extraordinarily long games. We're nearly at the length of game 1 in this game 2 now. Polar Ass are in the lead, but at this point the lead is so minor that it's anyone's game. Dota Plus gives it a 51% chance for Polar Ass, which,
That's
again,
crazy.
seems about alright.
That's actually a little surprising considering they still have Aegis. I'd say like until this Aegis runs out, I'd give them like at least 60. But I mean, I'm not a all-knowing AI made by Gaben, so.
You're only a somewhat knowing AI curated by Portland.
Yeah, but he is gonna walk up. I mean, this Tiny is gonna rat top. This is funny.
Alright. Sonic God has been static stormed on top of him defensively just to ensure he can blink away. Vico still rolls in. BKB Abyssal from Sonic God looking to kill Vico. Chronosphere, it's there on 2.
Yeah,
The PA will lose 1 life. Disruptor is still not dead. In comes Refresher from
on
Levi.
Disruptor.
Again, Static Storm hits on 2 more. Levi is given his life before the cause. Dire
Sunray.
have big dip. The Sunray! The beast has arrived. PMA is low. He'll time walk in time. Now Vico has been lassoed. The PA will hit with the spear again. It's on 2. The arena is on all 3 cores. Shallow is dead. PA is dead. Bat Rider's dead. The beast is going to die. He'll cheese himself, but it will be a full 5-man wipe and ultra kill for PMA. Everyone
Yeah.
but Levi's a buyback. They likely will all have to use it, but again, Polar Ass, this is bad for them.
I mean, that was a really close fight, actually, I think. Levi had Refresher Shard, I didn't even see. But you got a second ult off on, like, everybody. Except Phoenix, who was on the side, casting the Sunray with his 20 talent, the extra heal, and they were not able to kill this Void. He also has Trickster Cloak, probably helped a lot.
Alright, time walk in by PMA. Whole city will force staff himself away.
He's going Butterfly on Void. He bought out, actually. I don't
A bold play from PMA.
love it. I mean, it's good against PA. I think he needs a Refresher Orb, though, is the thing. You're like one bad chrono away from just losing, always, against this PA. So Refresher helps with that, and
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I mean, Butterfly is good if PA is hitting you, but you don't really want this PA to be hitting you. If PA is hitting you, I think something went wrong, probably. Either you got put in the Static Storm, or you missed your chrono, or you're getting jumped. All of which, if that's happening, then it's like, it's not good. And you already have enough damage items with MKB and Mjolnir that I don't really think you need the Butterfly as much as you need Refresher. We'll see if it ends up mattering.
Whoa, do you see so big pickups? Bat Rider Ags, but more importantly, the Phantom Assassin Lasso, or no, the Phantom Assassin Rapier. My words are not working anymore, but it's okay. There's a 4-man smoke from Polar Lass. This is the all-in play. They're down 2 racks, but one more team fight win, and suddenly things might turn around. Radiant lack a buyback on Pangolier. They do have one on Void. He bought out, but now once again has the gold. Dire lack a lot of buybacks, though. PA no money, Tiny Bat Rider on cooldown, Levi on for a lack of money as well. So this is a dangerous game right now.
Yeah, I mean, if Dire is able to contest this Roche, I mean, this Roche is everything, again, as we've been saying every single time.
You said it like 7 times this series, and you've been right every single time.
So they're actually walking onto Dire Vision that smoked. They're going to be able to kill the ward. I mean, this is important. This is very important. Keeping Dire away from the Roshan pit is going to be a good way to prevent disaster. Because if Dire comes to the pit, yeah, Radiant's teamfight is good. Radiant's teamfight is always better. However, PA can just one-shot every single player out of smoke, or out of his blur, right? So if you keep them away from Roche by killing their vision, you kind of avoid this risk. And I'm not sure if they've actually seen the Rapier, or if she's been blurred on every wave. They might not know, but either way, sweeping all of Dire's wards like this is good. Roche is in 2 minutes.
That's a very late Roshan spawn, towards the end of the possible timer, so...
Oh, this is so scary for both teams. Just waiting for Roche. And Radiant is actually letting them walk up onto their vision.
Oh, top lane, Spear on City, he has the Aeon, but there's Abyssal Blade? That's a low duration Abyssal Blade. Whole City will get away. It's BKB and Aeon both on cooldown. But his life remains there.
A backpack refresher orb on bet, I guess, because he doesn't want to drop Force Staff so he can break Lincolns.
Does he use it for Aeon and BKB here?
Potentially, if they're scared, but I don't think even if he does, they can fight. Probably if their waves are pushed in. This Tiny is just ratting with his ninja gear. I think this item is broken. They should remove this item.
Man, this is... Okay, Roshan's still not alive. Radiant does congregate around the Roshan pit like, hey guys, where's our Roshan? Free Ags, Refresher Shard, Cheese, Aegis, we want all that stuff. Well, guess what? Roshan says no. He's sleeping in today. He doesn't want to be here. Alright, jump again on Whole City.
Oh,
Whole City's
yes.
BKB and animal on cooldown. His BKB in 2, but he won't even live for 2. And his buyback's on cooldown. Oh no!
He should have refreshed. He should have refreshed.
Whole City! They have to know he has no buyback, right? They have to know.
Even if they know, I would still play for Roche.
Guess who's not
Which
alive?
it's really unlucky.
It's Roshan.
how
He's still not alive.
They're 10 seconds off. They missed it, and now they're gonna make a play and potentially throw the game. But he is diebacked. It's still rapier PA though, so this is where we pray. Pray for the
It is
crits.
Mega's time. The last racks are bottom lane for the Polar Ass side.
If they lose here on Radiant to the crits, they are gonna be so sad about this Roshan spawn because it was so late.
The Beast is cutting bottom. He now looks to cut mid, but there's waves coming in all 3 lanes.
This
Backdoor,
guy's
not
gonna
an
triple
issue.
racks him or what? Moonshot Tiny just hit all the racks.
He's going for the range racks mid. He gets the range racks mid, but it's the bottom racks that matter right now on the Dire side. It will be Megas in a matter of moments.
They use Glyph on Radiant, which is kind of a little sus.
A little bit sus, I agree.
I think if you see him in your base like that and you're getting megas, you should just trade. Because there's like one way you lose this game is something messes up and this guy rats your throne. Glyph is going to be very important for that. PA does have... Actually, she doesn't have gold for Ags. She's trying to buy Ags. This guy's just soloing Roshan Mars. His team 2 now.
It's a free Roshan. Dire are nowhere near it. It's minute 60, by the way, so it is minute 60 item time. We're adding an Aegis, a Cheese, a Shard, a free Axe, and tier 5 items. So the chaos, it multiplies.
I actually think earlier this season when we played against Polar Ass in the regular season, we had a very similar thing where Whole City had bot back and he like diebacked on a wave randomly, and then we ended up like getting another Roche off of it, and we ended up winning the game. But it was like kind of the exact same scenario.
Alright, tier 5 items are being grabbed, but bottom lane we're seeing a jump on Vico. Vico has Lincoln's, has a Wind Waker, gets it off in time. Sonic God has Abyssal Blade and Rapier. Vico, he's not dead! He didn't get Abyssal Bladed by Sonic. I thought God could not get it in range thanks to the roll speed.
His team is coming.
This is a big problem.
Go
PA
back in.
and Tiny
PA
are
Giants
stuck.
ring.
Tiny. That's actually a very good distraction play from Tiny. Tiny will die, but because he died, the PA got away. PA had no BKB. If she got caught, she would have died.
He just ran through the trees into the very corner of the map because of her Giants ring and TP'd.
So we'll be a 5v4 now.
Pango could have rolled on her if she was just like at the edge of the normal walkable trees. The Giants ring probably saved her. I mean, this is... He just got buyback.
We're seeing 3 tier 5s
hard.
currently for the Radiant, by the way. They have a Seer Stone, a Book of Shadows, and Ex Machina. Dire only have Giants Ring on PA. Here we go, though. Smoke out. Tiny just got buyback. He goes in. He demolishes the Abaddon. One-shots him there during the break. The Phoenix made die as well. He's incredibly low on Phoenix. Chronosphere hits on only 2 heroes, but the big one is the PA. PA has lost the Rapier. Whole City refreshes. Again, Radiance are looking for more big kills. This will be a dieback on Tiny. Whole City will BKB, but again, he's incredibly low. Rapier's still on the floor, I believe. But again, the defenders, we are running out of them. There's no PA, there's no Tiny, there's no Bat Rider. All 3 cores will not return to the battle. Where is... There it is. Still on the floor. But Rapier not needed. The throne is dead and will be headed to game number 3. Oh.
A crazy game.
62 minutes. CB! He's got the all chat from CB. You know, combined 2 hours between the 2 games now. Plus, oh god, there's a game clown date. You know what? I'm reloading my Dota. We want to reload our Dota. I go bathroom, man. I had to go bathroom for like 35 minutes. I'm putting up the lobby. You know the password still, right? Don't say it, because
Yeah, the
everyone knows
password
it.
is yeah, that game was crazy.
Alright, I'm launching the lobby. I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Have fun. Yeah, I mean this Pango actually ended up owning. After he got level 28. He actually got really, really farmed, and I'm not sure if he got some kills or if he was just farming waves. I think he killed the. Who's that guy? The Willow? Yeah, I think. I don't even remember what happened in that game. Just pick more circle ults. That's why Tiny Offlane sucks ass. This guy's ult is a passive. What are you supposed to do with a passive as your ult? They have 2 guys with passive ults. When he has 5 guys that have to click their R button.
The polar ass is going to give me a heart attack, man. I'm telling you, this fucking team is going to give me a heart attack. They really are.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when I played these guys in the regular season, our games both went like 50 minutes or something. Then when we played them in upper bracket, our games also went pretty long. Except the last one. The last one, we won in like 12 minutes or something.
It's actually so hot in here right now, I had to turn my fan up a little bit, so I apologize if there's a little bit of audio feedback from the fan being in a higher setting, but I am, like, genuinely sweating right now. My lord. Okay, it's game 3 time, baby.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what what the draft is like, because both games the draft has been drastically different, right? Was there any heroes that got picked twice by the same team? Because Pango and Phoenix both swapped sides, right?
Yeah, because it was game 1 was what? I think it was like Phoenix, Jug, Lich, Pango, Primal Beast versus Sven, Visage, Lena, Omni Clock, right?
So there was one different ban in the first phase. They went from banning Wyvern to Primal Beast on the side of PMA's team. And then the drafts look completely different from there. At least each team was picking different stuff. And I think yeah, Radiant had a lot of circle ults, and then they clicked them. That was good. That's my analysis. I don't know what else to say.
You know,
Just click everything on PA. I mean, I've been this PA multiple, like a lot of times. I'm this PA every game, actually. Everyone's just clicking their spells on me. What do I do? I'm just dead. So that's why you need to pick something that's not Disrupt or Dark Willow. This is trash. But it was working, so I don't know.
I think the problem was more execution than draft, to be honest.
Yeah, and I mean, it was going good for a while there. Okay, I'm gonna refill my water.
You do that, it's a very good idea. I'll be here. It is 12:11 in the morning in my time zone. We are 3 minutes and... Actually, no. Correction now. God, I can't speak words anymore. We're 3 hours and 12 minutes now. It's 12:12 here. 3 hours and 12 minutes past the scheduled start time for this 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time best of 3. You know, a lot of times you see BO3s end around this time. This BO3 is not ending. It's Game 3. Game 3 is just starting. We're in for at least another 25 minutes, possibly more, of some lads playoff Dota. It's win or go home for both teams. The winner will go on to the top 4. And in the top 4, they will play Mr. Crazy Guy Fan Club. And again, there is a bit of relationships there. I mean, look at this Mr. Crazy Guy Fan Club team. They know each other. There's some friends on both teams, you know. Philski of Mr. Crazy Guy Fan Club used to play for Polar Ass. These teams know each other pretty well. If they end up playing that, then that'll be something else. But either way, I mean, this is it. This is it right now. This is the winner makes top 4 to play Mr. Crazy Guy Fan Club. Loser goes out of 5th. It is the all-deciding Game 3 of the BO3 for this League of Legends Season 10 loser bracket quarterfinals. First phase bans are slightly different. Again, it's the same bans as Game 2, though. Shaker Enigma from Polar Ass. Undying Primal Beast from Moozy is Crying. A Wyvern is available. I'm surprised there was a Wyvern grab there, but they opted for the Omni Knight instead. So Omni Knight plus Visage. I believe that is the exact same opener from Game 1, actually. The game they ended up losing. So again, it's basically the exact same draft as Game 1 with one exception. Instead of Primal Beast, it is Faceless Void in the first phase. It's Polar Ass, Pangolier Void versus the Moozy is Crying Omni Visage. So
yeah,
it's been so long since Game 1, maybe the teams have forgotten what happened in Game 1, but it did not go well for the Visage lane.
So, how to say this? I've been saying that I should pick Faceless Void on first overall, but I've been saying it half ironically.
10 seconds remaining.
There's some truth to what I think, because this is the best carry in general right now. I think this hero is S tier, and there's probably no one that's even close. But if you pick it on 5, the other team should just counter you. If there is counters to this hero, and Omni Knight is pretty good, and Visage is pretty good. So we'll see what they do from here.
Sonic God
And
even said it.
there's-
I'm ready, PMA. Give me the 5 counters.
There is also a possibility, because when I'm saying, what if I just pick Void on 5, right? And I'm saying it to my team, and I have a bunch of clowns in the team, and then Pydoc is like, yeah, I'll just play it if it's bad. So, potential. There's probably some trolls in this polar ass team also that are saying, oh, if it's bad, just let me take it as an offlaner. Let me take it as pause 4. Or Levi, this guy is the GOAT. He's just saying, yeah, I'll play whatever I need to. So if they make him play 5 faces forward, I'm sure he'll do it. So that's just like a curveball that maybe you watch out for. Maybe don't put too much thought into it though. You still need to just take the counters, just in case. It's still carry.
You know, it's Dota 2 game. It's like a Picasso painting, you know? It's both beautiful and macabre. I think we are really reaching, especially Polar Rats, like the epitome of that kind of Dota, you know, where it's beautiful, but it's like watching a train wreck in slow motion, you know. And
Yeah, I kind of hate this Ember Spirit. I mean, this is my best mid hero, and it's like one of my favorite heroes. But I think the way this Radiant team drafts, I don't love. Like when I was playing against them, I felt like we were just like flat out drafting them every single pick, and I didn't really understand what they were doing, and stuff like this also I'm not sold on. I think you probably see 2 cores and you think, oh, Pango mid, I'll just go Ember. But I mean, Polar S has like 3 Pango players. This might not be mid. They might just get countered. And if you have second pick, I feel like 18 and 24, unless you're flexing stuff, those should be the cores. And none of these heroes on Radiant right now are flexible. I mean,
10 seconds remaining.
probably. We're assuming this is 5 Omni Knight, good lane with the Visage. This is a mid Ember. Their 3-player plays Visage, right? Like, that's what we see. So then this pick, it's either the carry or it's a sup. And there's not much flexible stuff you can do with it. So I feel like they're not getting the value out of second pick that they should be. And I wasn't here for the coin flip, I think, or I wasn't paying attention, so I don't know who picked what, but I imagine they picked second pick. So we'll see what value they're able to get from these last 2 picks. It better be good because this Ember kind of actually didn't get countered super hard, so it's okay.
well, that's a counter to Void. You can just, Marcy, she has the power of anime on her side. She just tosses these heroes out of Chronosphere. It's something else.
Yeah. I mean, this is the Visage pairing, and it's really good with Ember. Just level 7 Ember at whatever, 8 minutes, and a Marcy with 2 or 3 points in E.
10 seconds remaining.
Can just like run around and kill people.
5 seconds remaining.
I believe they're gonna pick Boss 4. So they're banning 2 subs. I think Zeus was a good ban. I think they should just like Hoodwink here. Or Hoodwink. Is there any other guys? They could just go Lina and play support Pango
I like it.
and win the game in like 5 seconds.
Does Chell play 4 Pangolin?
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I don't think it's good. I think support Pango is a gig of grief, but if this were me, Pydock would say, "Oh, I play Pango, and we know he can't drive on this ultimate," but Foreplay would say, "Yeah, I'll just 1v5 as Lena," and then he would 1v5 as Lena. But mid Pango's still good. I mean, it's still good against Visage. So they'll probably pick us up. Probably something Skywrath Mage is okay. Hoodwink. Someone that deals the damage for these stuns, because you have 3 cores with the lockdown, you know.
You know, this is our penultimate pick of the draft. A very exciting best of 3 series. It's Polas's last pick, and if they lose this game, it's their last pick of the season, so it's time to dig deep. I mean, again, it's probably going to be support for Cello Mello, but we've got our options here. We have a lot of options.
Radiant team pick.
It's Crystal Maiden, so they want more heroes to dish damage into the Chrono. Again, Jakiro, Sand King, Crystal Maiden have a lot of damage to throw into the Chrono. Pangolier as well to a lesser extent, but this is a lot of combo.
So I would pick
10 seconds remaining.
Terrorblade here.
You're right, but every time you say it, I just start
She
laughing.
should pick Pudge right now, because Pudge will 1v5 this game.
Wait, you can ally dismember out of Chronosphere, right?
Yeah, you can. You can also hook him out. You also have Omni Knight and Marcy, and you can just run at them, and you go Hood, and they can't kill you, and it's a broken hero, and they need someone to cancel CM ult because they have 1 stun, which they kind of have 0 stuns because Marcy W is not going to cancel this guy. Okay.
Whoa there, that's not a Pudge, that's not a Terrorblade. They go for the PMA Troll. He's done it before this season. He's doing it again tonight.
I think this is the ultimate hero to choke the last game on. Every single time I see it, it's in a game 3 or game 5 or they're down 0-2 or whatever. And basically, if you lose the game, you lose the series. You last pick Troll, you say, "Oh, it's a good Troll game, just win the lane, and then I'm Troll." And then the guy wins the lane, and then he's Troll, and then he clicks ult, and he gets kited, and then they lose. And I hate it. So yeah. This hero sucks ass. The new route on his Q, where it goes through BKB, that's pretty good though. I just hate this hero. I think he's so lame when your best spell is effectively saying, "I click this button and then I have no more control. Just an AI is playing for me." And that's like, it's a hard bot.
Do you trust the AI?
No, I don't. If it was like Dota Plus win probability predictor AI to play for me, then like sure, let that guy go play for me. But the AI they have on Cholo is like a fucking medium bot.
To maximize win probability, the AI says to hit the range creep. So now, instead of hitting the carry, you'll be hitting the range creep in this team fight.
You just like put your hands off the keyboard and whatever the win probability bot is doing, that's what you do. I don't care.
Oh,
But it is Omni Troll, which is a good combo. I mean, anyone to buff Troll is always good because I think this hero needs help because when you click your ult, you have no, you're ulted, you know. So just buff him and then watch him go.
I'm guessing you prefer Polar Estel?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to say this, but Sand King is the best hero when you suck at Dota.
I'm not even gonna ask you to elaborate on that one. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
I didn't mean it about this Dire team. I just meant in general. This hero makes the game really easy. And this guy is Master Tier Sand King, so I'm sure he knows what he's doing, which is you stun them, and then you have your ult, then
It feels good to be this good.
yeah, that's how you do it. You can't have a bad lane. I mean, you have a bad lane, and then it doesn't matter. Just farm. This guy's typing my name in all chat.
You have permission to respond exactly once.
30 seconds.
I'll get myself removed from the cast if I do.
I won't remove you this time. Don't worry. I'm a humble caster tonight. I'm not an avid. And Boldax's asleep. Don't worry, we're good.
Both teams going around looking for first blood.
We will not get it this time, though. I mean, if you are just joining us, by the way, welcome to game number 3 of Moozy's Crying taking on Polar Ass. It's winner go home. Winner makes top 4, plays Mr. Crazy Guy Fan Club. Loser gets 5th. Joins me on the outside looking in, unlike KU who's on the inside looking out. Speaking of KU, I'm joined by him again for game 3. And once again, if the first 2 games are any indication, we're in for a long one.
Yeah. I think one thing, this Ember got picked on 15, but it's a hella free Ember game still. I mean, the lane against Pango is pretty good, and then you never die. Oh, he's not even laning against Pango. I trolled. They're lane swapping actually.
Doesn't seem. I don't know. This is a weird one.
I mean, I think this lane is still free for Ember. It's also free for Sand King. They'll just trade. Ember, if he screws up and like tanks too many caustics, it's like. I mean, it should be fine, basically. And they're starting 3 top on Dire. They made the Marcy TP. The Pango will suffer a little, and Troll's just gonna deny every creep. I mean, I think Ember can run away with this game, though. He has a Marcy and a Omni Knight that can buff him, and then he can just go ham. And make space for, Visage who just wants to sit.
First blood top lane. Visage, Marcy, they punished Levi. He was attempting to go in and damage, and instead, he's the man who has been damaged.
Yeah. I mean, this lane is really strong from Radiant in the top lane. I think the first game they had Clockwork, which is also good, but I think Marcy is just better because this hero's broken. And Clockwork is fun, and I like his voice lines, but he's not in the anime, so he's not as good. So yeah, if this Visage is able to have a good game, not grief away his early game like last time, I think Radiant should be in a pretty good spot to control the map, take some towers early.
Man, this is I mean, mid lane, the CS is good for the Beast, but he's taking so much damage early on. Speaking of taking damage, top lane, Levi's taking 800 right now. Soul Assumption is up in 3 seconds. He can mango for it if he wants, but he's not in range of Levi. Instead, he's forced to run away from the Sonic God. So big trade top lane, but nobody's dead again quite yet. And then bottom lane. Bottom lane is a pretty chill game right now. CB's is buying regen. Everybody's chill there.
I mean, this Visage, his CS is pretty low, but he got a kill, and the wave is pushing towards him, so he's okay. I think his CS is sad because Dire started 3 heroes here. They like went on him first wave, Marcy had a TP, so his CS suffered a little, but we see he got the kill later, so his game is fine. And then Pango, who was alone for a little bit, his game is also fine. They're fighting in the bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, both cores are low. Seems like Whole City's going to lose that trade. He's been rooted. He'll swashbuckle away. PMA is slowed. Whole City low, but not quite dead. But with the Hammer of Fury from CB, that will be a death on the Pangolier offlane. Chillamilla wants vengeance, but will not find it. So now it's 2 kills. For the side of Moozy is crying.
Yeah, I don't know how to say this, but this Omni hero is broken. This guy just clicks W and this troll has 25 regen.
I mean, I think you figured out how to say it. You just said it yourself. This Omni hero is broken. That's pretty concise.
I was gonna say some choice words.
Wait, Sonic God is just dead top? What? Whoa, Nova. Big play from Nova into the Soul Assumption from 4th. Big kill top lane.
Hero sucks ass. I don't know why they picked it on 5. He also doesn't have a stick. Maybe he has one on his career. No. But he has a raindrop. Yeah, you need raindrops against Visage, especially when Visage is being aggressive. I'm looking for kills. So Void's lane should stabilize for a while with this raindrop purchase. No one is actually hitting creeps top. Their CS is both really low. They've just been fighting. Mid lane, they're just trading.
It's been mid lane the entire time. This trade Sentry Wards, trade Regen. Both of them are CS-ing, unlike the top lane, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, both heroes are like fine with this, but you have to think what's about to happen in the next like 5 minutes because of this. It's like if Ember starts running around at level 7 and takes over the game, then the fact that they're just trading at a mid is gonna seem bad for Dire. But if Ember just like decides to AFK farm against Sand King and Sand King gets to farm up his Blink, then this trade is gonna like look good for Dire. So it just depends on kind of what this Ember decides to do. Because Sand King is not gonna move. Like he can maybe move if he gets a haste rune, or if people are being dove under tower. But until he has Blink or like travels, he's not really gonna do anything. And Ember has the option of like TPing. He can Remnant and leave it in mid so he can come back, or he can get the rune and run. So I think a lot of this game is on December. The snowball.
And Vico has had a pretty good series so far, but this game 3, you mentioned a lot of Ember for a reason. Bottom lane, Whole City nearly dies, by the way, but will not die quite yet. Meanwhile, mid lane, Vico will be TPing away from the Sand King. He will heal from the fountain and return.
They have no... I don't think a single time this series has any sub walked to mid, ever. Which...
You actually might be right. I'm trying to think back. I think you're right, actually.
I don't want to say it's bad. I don't want to flame them. I'm just saying, if you ever watch a professional game on this patch, there's a lot of subs at mid. So just take that how you will. And then Ember is able to get a free DD at 6 minutes 30 seconds. There was no wards scouting the runes, no subs walking. So this Ember, while he did have to TP back, he has a way to rotate with this DD. If you run somewhere. And now the subs are walking mid at 7 minutes, which is an awkward timing. Because it doesn't really do anything. And
Embers is fine. He actually ran in for Cello Mellow. There's a burrow from the Beast of US East, but yeah, side effect damage is just too high. The tip from again, the friendly tip from CB. The Beast will dodge side effects and he will attempt the Epi, but was cancelled by, I believe it's a rebound stun. That is a rebound stun indeed. Epi is now it's again cancelled by Nova's rebound. The rebound, just too powerful, but eventually gets off the kill. Oh, the burrow's dodged! The huge burrow dodge, but he's still dead. There's no man on Ember. That was a very stylish way to die though from Vico. I'll give him that.
yeah, I think Marcy should max her E at level 7. So if she had a point in E there, maybe it would have been different. But we'll never know. I definitely don't want her to skip her E at level 4. Because I had some guy do that in my team. His name was Kobe. He got flamed. Yeah, this E-spell is broken. And if you max it, if you have 3 points in it at level 6, you can like solo kill anyone and support Marcy. This hero's broken.
I will agree with the Marcy being broken part. This hero is very powerful. Very, very powerful. She actually got an appropriate nerf in the last patch, but in the latter patch, like, you know what? Marcy's in the anime. She needs to be good still, so let's buff her again.
I'm pretty sure the hero after the initial nerf was better than the old one, but people were trolling on the skill build because the W was better, and then you should just punch people, and then they buffed it even more. So now people figured it out, and it's broken. I don't know why there's a CM in this game.
You throw damage into the Chrono. Is it a good idea? To be determined. Chrono top lane on Visage.
He's throwing damage.
Good familiar stuns, but again, I don't think they'll save this from dying. Ice Path the stun into a kill for Levi. Meanwhile, there is a Marcy on the run, but she will not die. So again, it's only one kill at the Chrono, but it's a good kill on Visage.
Yeah, because I don't think CM is particularly good against Omni Knight in the lane. So, I mean, you just purge your slows, purge your root, and it gives you more regen. And then one thing you can do against Omni is you can just pick a guy that rotates, right? Because Omni, his E is like a little annoying, but Omni also kind of wants to leave around this time. He doesn't want to just sit here behind the carry unless the carry's getting pressured. Omni kind of just wants to go, probably just play with Ember is what he should be doing. Or Visage. Basically, he should not be here. Especially because he's a troll, like there's no point. And then if CM was like some hero that runs around better, maybe they could have punished.
Top lane's where the fun's happening again. The roll, now stuns on 2. Again, stuns Nova. CB has now joined top lane. It's currently a 3v3, though will be more from Polar Ass quite soon. But again, nobody dies in the top lane. There's high fives being exchanged. Chrono's up in 65 seconds, so Sonic God can't contribute quite yet to the fight, and it's the fight's over again. Never mind, they go on Whole City has Swashbuckle, but he's actually just dead, I think. He'll attempt to walk away, but he's disposed in by Nova into the the Soul Assumption from 4th.
Yeah, I would tip him there.
I don't think they have tipped Whole City tonight.
Yeah, that's why they didn't already win 2-0. If they started tipping him when Radiant was throwing game 1, this is the fastest 2-0 I ever seen.
Alright, Dust on the Beast of the US East. He's disposed in, he attempts after he gets it off before he dies. The damage is pretty massive, actually, from Jakiro and Sand King. Nova remains alive.
He lost the vision
Sand King.
whenever, I think.
I don't understand how everyone's still alive right now, but everyone is still alive.
Wait, they didn't have a sentry. I think the last Slider Fist didn't hit because the Sand King was in a sandstorm. Yeah, I mean, that was Ember's first rotation. They didn't really get anything. They killed the Pango without him. I don't know. I mean, both carries are farming. Troll, generally a better laner, so he's a little ahead. He's going Battle Fury. But Faceless has Midas, so this guy will get farmed. It looks like they're running towards Troll. He shouldn't die here. This is pretty obvious.
There's a Blink Burrow from the Beast of US East.
He might die here.
Yeah, he is dual breath. Chrono is committed. That'll make it a lot easier than fighting him otherwise. They get the D-ward as well, so it's a free D-ward on top of a free troll kill. It will be at the expense of their top T1 tower, but again, that tower does die sometimes. What can you do?
Yeah, I mean, his team is hitting top tower and no one is responding, and there's one Pangolier showing on mid. So, it's pretty dangerous being here. Maybe he knew, maybe he thought he'd live with his ult, so he stayed, or maybe he just was thinking about something else.
Ooh, Burrow dodged again by Vico.
He has haste on Sand King though, so... So, this guy is silver tier on Ember. How is that possible? This guy, Grandmaster Invoker? He never played Ember in his life?
I guess, I mean, I think I've seen him play it before in these lads games, but...
Yeah, I mean, this hero is not that hard, just kill them. Except he's not killing anyone, so maybe it's hard. I mean, they have a Visage, he's going drums now. Which is interesting. I usually see them just go packed straight up, but he's going drums again.
Another Burrow dodge by Vico. He just keeps dodging Burrow strikes right now.
Yeah, this guy's owning. This guy should definitely be Grandmaster Ember.
Is that the new system? Instead of using the levels, or to use Judgment? Like, alright, this guy owned, give him Platinum tier, give him Master tier.
Absolutely.
This guy went for the wrong talent on Pangolier, did one of the Bronze tier?
I mean, yeah, he was Silver Pango, so... That's all I'm saying. You should either be a bronze tier because you don't have Dota Plus, or you should be at least platinum tier. Or else you shouldn't ask for the hero.
Wait, does that mean I can only play one hero in Dota then? 'Cause I only have one platinum tier hero of all my heroes.
Yeah. Guess that's how it is. Troll is farming an ancient stack with his ult without Battle Fury. This feels pretty sad.
I'll agree with you on the sad one. He's close to the Battle Fury at the very least, but...
I mean, dying bottom on Troll actually, like, really sucks, because he died to Faceless Void. The Faceless Void didn't get the kill, but Faceless Void was a part of the kill, and killed the tower. And Troll dies, right? So, the lead that Troll had over the Void is now gone by 1k gold, which is a pretty big margin. He should farm a little faster when he gets Battle Fury, though. However, this guy is gonna get Chronosphered.
Happy mid lane Burrow this time will hit. Ice Path is the follow-up Chain Stun, and that will be a death on Vico, his second of the game. Big kill there for the Beast of US East. And they want another kill on Nova as well. Whole city is engaged.
Yeah,
the Beast will blink and Burrow.
Radiant is
No,
Giga Trolling right now.
Well, there's your Burrow. He's still not dead yet. CB will Heavenly Grace him, and now PMA will engage. The Beast has been dusted. They're canceling his blink. He's stunned by the Stone Form of the Familiars, but the Freezing Field does a good bit of damage. Nova is low. Nova, again, will rebound away. Somehow, nobody's died but the Ember Spirit. And I guess also the mid 2-1 tower, if you count that.
Yeah, this Marcy skill build is actually trash. Don't do this. Unless you're playing against me, then you can do this. Just max your E and then punch the shit out of the guy, okay? That's how you should do it. Then max W, what are you gonna do? Jump in? So what? It does a little more damage? Who cares? Just punch him.
Burrow, bottom lane, Sand King will punch the Ember as he's chronoed by Sonagod, and that all the chain stun was a little bit off the mark from Levi.
He was lagging. Levi's the GOAT. There's no way he'd screw that up.
A rare misplay from Levi. He's usually on point with those abilities, but this time off the mark on his timing. Not sure if he wasn't in range or what, but again.
No, he was definitely in range. He's just trolling. It's all good though. It happens.
There's only one hero who's trolling in this game, and he's Troll Warlord. That is the master of trolling.
So
he's literally the warlord of trolls.
Yeah, because this hero is trash, so if you pick it, then you're actually just griefing, trolling, whatever other adjectives you can find.
I don't think I'm gonna play on words with the hero name. We'll go with that one as well. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, Dire is winning, or Polar Ass is winning, 3k lead. However, we did see game 1, Omni Visage. It's a good heroes that can.
They have chain stunned whole city to death, by the way, 100-0 with the Stone Form and the rebound stun. So that's something.
Yeah, they can still do stuff when they're behind. They can always threaten Roche. But I feel like there's been a few times where this Omni is just like sitting in the middle of nowhere, and his Ember is like obviously baiting, like in mid, and this Omni is not in save range, and then Ember's just dying like right in front of his tower, which I think is like really bad. Because nothing else is happening on the map. They like see Dire across the river, and then they're just like jumping this Ember, and nobody's saving him when they have the save. 2 saves potentially.
Well, good ward from Radiant keeps the Visage alive for the time being. Radiant are bringing in some more heroes. Maybe they'll go for a fight here. Ember and Marcy are on the way. Chains on whole city, who can roll. And will now use it. Ooh, he almost dies to the sight of his damage, but not quite enough. Well, that was a fun time of team fighting, but the team fight is now expired. We are back to our regularly scheduled agriculture, which is how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, this Void is kinda really farmed. And he's out farming Troll still, who's had Battle Fury for a few minutes. Which is a little concerning. Kinda wanna have more items on Troll. This matchup, it's like supposed to be cool for troll sometimes. You can like ult and then you get chrono and you say, oh, you can't kill me, haha, but I'm a troll warlord hater, so don't ask me.
Do you hate any? Do you? Okay. Are the only carries you don't hate Void, TB, and Butch?
I like Queen of Pain carry.
I'm like keeping mental track of the heroes that you said are trash over the last like month. I think of
Yeah,
everything
I
but
mean-
Void, TB, and Budge.
I think legitimately the only good carry right now is Faceless Void. And then remember that time when it was upper bracket finals of NA DPC, or not DPC, it's the qualifiers, and then Team Nouns picked Faceless Void first phase twice, and then they won twice, and then the next day they didn't pick Faceless Void, and then they got rolled 3 games in a row.
I do remember that.
Anyway, just thought I'd put that out there.
I mean, it's a correct observation, and it has been 5 picked, which again is very bold to do under most circumstances.
Yeah,
but when one carry is just
that's
that much
psycho.
better,
I say that's psycho, but I'm pretty sure I was 5 picking Pudge every game. And that hero sucks ass, so
all right,
People
big jump
should ban
top
it.
lane from the Beast of US East. Epi Burrow on 2, huge combination. PMA will battle trance in time. CB is dead. There's no more saves. Once battle trance is over, and the roll chain stun. It's huge again. Shallow melt the freezing field. Absolutely, that's up the Carl Seer on Vico as well. He's not dead quite yet, but the blink into the burrow. The chain stun is sufficient. Ember is dead. 4 down on the side of Moozy is crying, and well, 3rd time's the charm. Pull the Ras again for the 3rd time in 3 games. Have amassed an early game lead, a significant one. In the first
Yeah.
game, they threw it and somehow still won. Second game, they threw it and did not win. Now it's 3rd game in a row. They've gotten the early game lead. Will they hold on to it this time?
the one problem this game is they don't have the circle ults on Radiant that they had in game 2 to turn the game around. And
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I want to say there's no way Polar Ass will dive the tier 4s and throw like they did in game 1. So I don't know how Radiant comes back besides getting Roche, getting Troll BKB, rooting the Void, and having him die. Because Void has BKB now, flying. But if he gets rooted by Troll and chain rooted, he can still die.
Radiant are
And that'll be true the whole game unless he goes like, I think Manta style is the one way. Or one way you can get out of it. Or you can just chrono him when he's hitting you.
That's probably the play. Just chrono him.
Yeah. He does have Omni Knight though. I mean this Omni
Omni
I
and,
feel
and
like,
Marcy too is the problem.
Radiant's
yeah. I mean this Omni got caught with the troll in the Burrow Strike, which is insane. I don't know, like you want to be close, but maybe not that close. Because in this top fight, if Omni is not stunned with his troll, I'm pretty sure Radiant has like a decent chance to at least not get completely demolished.
Well, we see a trade. It's a tier 2 for Roshan trade. In the past, considered an even exchange. Recently, the Roshan is usually favored. Mid lane, we see a roll, hitting Nova's Marcy. Nova. Will Nova. He is now dead, and now the Beast hunting for more. He has a Yules on Ember Spirit. Into the burrow is their follow-up. Not quite yet, but there's a chrono in 2 seconds. PMA will root the
Oh, he got
Void. Void
rooted.
has chrono. Could use it on a lot of heroes. Could use it on 2 cores. Troll and Ember. But they're both saved by CB. In comes Epi, and down goes PMA to the magical damage. The magical damage was too much, so the Aegis has been lost. Vico will sleight a fist, but again, he cannot escape the overwhelming damage from Polar Ass. CB is dead. 4th year Lingus will escape. Well, that is, I believe, a 4 for 0, plus the Aegis. So a massive trade.
I totally thought they gave Aegis to Troll and that he was about to turn this fight. But they gave it to Ember and he just instantly died again. Because Troll is standing on top of the Void, not clicking ult, not clicking BKB, and I thought, oh, he has Aegis, it's fine. He can just tank the spells. But he just got chronoed and died, and did not respawn, did not ult, did not BKB. So that was really bad for Radiant.
Well, it's time to respawn for Troll. Troll still has BKB, did not get off in the last fight, so he's running towards the Chronosphere-less Void. But he has Time Walk Shard, so he's just fine, I guess. Shallow TP's away. Somehow gets away with that TP. A very bold TP on that case, but again, if it works, it works, and now it's time for Poleras to retreat with their 13k lead. Of course, they do not want to throw for a third game in a row because they throw in the last 2 games. This time, they'll probably play it a little bit smarter, not throw their lead away, wait for the second Roshan, yada yada yada. But it's Poleras, you never know if they're going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing Radiant had going for them is they have Visage so they can get Roche. And then now they don't have Roche. So now you break. Ember can like split push some waves, he might die though. Just still in a BKB. So you can put a Remnant in face and just like walk down bottom. See what he can get.
We're seeing a trade of towers, but there may be an Ember. No, Ember, he sniffed it out. He escaped the gank squad. So again, it will be a tier 2 mid on the Radiant side for a tier 2 top on the Dire side. Radiant will parlay that one into an outpost take, you know, a very standard move there, so both teams have swapped outposts. And again, Poleras, they have more map control, but not by that much. They're just kind of chilling right now, farming up a little bit of the map as maybe they're waiting for these key cooldowns, and Chronosphere just came up, so it may be go time again.
Yeah, I think Troll needs to buy Basher. Yeah, he's actually buying. Why? This is gonna be rough. Because if Troll is not able to just like kill the Void, I think they're gonna have some trouble. And if he goes SMY, he's kind of playing not to just like get chain stunned, but the problem is he's just gonna get chronoed. And he also already has Omni Knight in a Wraith pack, so I feel like he should just play to get the kill. Because Basher's really good on this hero. Oh my god.
Alright, whole city has been somewhat caught. Keyword is somewhat. He's attempting to roll away and he appears to... Okay, he's question marking. Does he, how dare you attempt to go on me and use your abilities? I'm a Pangolier, you cannot kill me. I will question mark for your insolence. And that's how this goes.
I don't know that they were even looking for me. He just like blinked into the camp out of nowhere and then queued over. That was crazy. I don't know what's happening. Oh, this is the moment of truth. Do you think he'll take this 15 count Pango? He did it the game 1.
He has Show Crash and Ball. He doesn't even have a 10 talent. He is...
This guy is Grandmaster. I mean, what this Pango last game should have done is just click the Pango from game 1 and copied him. Except that's not true, because this guy's going Maelstrom. I don't know why he's going Maelstrom.
He did it game 1 on Pango, and now he's doing it again game 2 on Pango. He's a Maelstrom Pango enjoyer.
Where's the Glepnir? I mean, Maelstrom Pango is so fun because you cue the wave and then it goes like lightning and then the wave dies. And then like you're farmed. But I feel like Diffusal, like you're against Ember and Marcy and Troll and Visage and
Radiant Smoke, by the way, but it was under a Dire Observer ward, a very deep Obs ward by who placed that? Levi placed that. Good word from Levi. Spots out the smoke, and again, they're going to smoke through their jungle and grab the outpost, but I think they're hoping for more than just that from their smoke.
this Void is level 20, so now he can kill anyone.
And Troll is stunned by Chronosphere into Macropyre, into wait, the rebound, save him for now. He'll battle trance attempting to kill Sonogod. Sonogod is half HP, rooted and killed by PMA. The chain stuff from All City kills Nova. So far, PMA is doing so much damage. He looks for Levi. Levi is dead. 3 down on Polar Ass. Troll looks for more. He's low on HP, but he still has the will to fight. He looks for Whole City. Whole City is dead, and again, there's no way Polar Ass are throwing it again. They're throwing it again. Somehow, someway, they're throwing another game away. The Beast will use himself. He'll attempt to burrow and blink. He's burrowed. The blink's available in 1. He will blink away successfully. There's no way. There's no way they do this 3 games in a row, right? There's no fucking way they throw 3 games in a row. It's inconceivable to throw 3 games in a row like this, right? There's no way.
I mean, Polar Ass can only... Wait, what was it, the thing they said? I was watching their VOD, their perspective, and they said... people say Polar Ass can only play repositioning heroes. And that's true. They only can play repositioning heroes, and they don't have one this game, so they lost.
There's no way. Okay, so this is why we're going to see a Wind Waker at some point. The Wind Waker is your repositioning tool. Problem solved. Top lane, Ice Path has split the wickets from Levi. Dire hunt for more. Sonogod time lost in.
There.
We're seeing a roll. Link's on cooldown for Whole City. 4th is high on
They
move
have
speed.
no ults on Dire. I feel like Radiant... Oh, they're killing mid.
Wait, mid PMA just kills the Beast, and this is actually getting away for the time being. Dire will focus down the Marcy, so 1 for 1, but a good one for the Radiant currently. Visage is 1v1ing Whole City. Whole City will be forced to roll up, and now Sonogod again is time walking away. Levi will miss the Ice Path. Meanwhile, there's PMA right-clicking down the Crystal Maiden of Cello Mellow. Now back to Visage. He's still man fighting this time with Sonogod. Visage will die, but in comes Battle Trance. Oh, Warlord. It's a root. Is there more roots? No, there's not. BKB helps him get away.
Chrono at 10 if he wants to turn.
He wants to turn it. So far, a 2 for 2. It's still a 3v3 fight going on. PMA use BKB and Battle Trance. Radiant need to mine themselves. Chrono online. Chrono's there on 2. Troll the target, and Troll certainly will die. There's no saving him. Now Ember will have the BKB and Remnant away. And again, the bash on Ember Spirits. And there we go, Polar Ass. They do not want to throw a 3rd game in a row. They get a good team fight win. They're going to get a T1 tower, likely a Tier 2 tower in a row. Oh, that's a late Roshan respawn, never mind. I was going to say a free Roshan, but it's literally the maximum possible time pretty much, so. No Roshan.
This Omni was actually... Could have maybe saved the troll, but he didn't W. Oh, they're fighting again.
Alright, Sonogod will Manta. Whole City is rolling. They're chain starting the Marcy with the Ice Path. On top of that, Marcy certainly will die. Visage is half HP, but again, it's looking to turn with CB. And never mind, Dire. Get the free kill and walk away. They don't want to dive more towers. They're wary of another throw. Unless the Beast just goes in. This man's absolutely mental. He's diving alone with the burrow. Whole City joins him. 4th. Will Grave Chill and stun the Whole City. Ice Path a bit off the mark on a very speedy Visage. Dire 4 nearby. Sonogod wants nothing to do with this very dumb dive. PMA blinks in, slowing Whole City. Whole City will roll up, but now Troll is being chain stunned. He'll Battle Trance just in time, running at Cello Mellow. He'll get rooted and killed. Troll still half HP, has no BKB any longer, but BKill Remnant in looking for the Beast of USE. Sand King is detected by a Sentry Ward, the Root, the Soul Assumption, and the kill. BKBs were expended by Moozy is crying, but again, it's 2 big core. Correction, 1 core kill and a kill on Crystal Maiden. They're going to walk into the Roshan pit, but guess who's not alive? It's Roshan. Unlucky.
Yeah, this guy needs a basher, I think. Because this troll is hitting this CM, and the CM is ulting full duration because she has armor. And Troll can't stop her with the roots. Only Basher can stop her.
Look at Radiant. They know Roshan should be alive right now. Okay, Roshan should be alive. Where's our friend Roshan? Where's Roshan, guys?
If they do it right now, they have 20 seconds.
Yeah, Chronosphere is online. Sand King is not.
Camp. Get to the Roach. They're not gonna do it. And he just suicided his bird. An accident.
You do. Alright, Dire Smoke is 2, only the Void and Jakuro. Chrono online, as I mentioned.
Omni Knight attacked Roche, and then Roche aggroed, I think, on the bird. And now he has one bird for 50 seconds.
Alright, Chronosphere only on Ember, but if they kill him, it's a worthwhile Chrono. Ember will get changed and brought down. He has no buyback. So Dire are now in a good position with the Burrow Strike on Visage as well. Whole City is rolling, but he's stuck on a little bit of a pillar. Again, the commitment is big for Visage, but if they kill him again, it's another big core kill. He's half HP and dropping rapidly. 2 core kills now. CB couldn't save him in time. Now it's a recent kill from Jello, blinking out on the Omni. Omni will get rooted and killed. 3 kills now for Decide to pull their ass. Nova will attempt the rebound in TP. It will not succeed. Bash from Pangolier did the trick. 4 kills for Polar Ass, and well, Roshan is finally here. Polar Ass walked in during its spawn time. It was not there. So did Moozy is crying. Still not there. Now he's here. Free Shard, free Aegis. Big game there for Polar Ass. And more all chat from Whole City.
What do you think he means by that?
I don't care. I really don't care.
He said Void's a fun hero. That's true.
I think he's trying
He's
to,
purple.
like, he mentioned, oh, wow, you guys lost the 5-pick, or you guys are losing, I should say, the 5-pick Void. Couldn't counter. I don't know, man. Everybody's saying it's a balanced hero.
Hero is balanced.
I'm too tired to care.
Mile?
It's 1 in the morning. I can't speak Whole City, man.
I think Radiant just needs circle ults, and they have 0 circle ults, so yeah. It's not looking too good.
Chrono cooldown, 43 more seconds. Maybe it's go time when the Chronosphere is there again. As it currently stands, Radiant are 22k down. A very big deficit, but they maintain their high ground and they maintain their spirits. Alright, the Beast of US East is getting antsy. He burrows in for the Troll Warlord. Hex is the follow-up. Troll will get Heavenly Grace, BKB, and Battle Trance. He's looking to root the Void. The Void is now rooted, but will Manta in time to root again! The chain root, but no! Now is a chain stone on Troll Warlord. Troll Warlord is absolutely screwed. There's no way out but death, and he does have buyback. In comes Ember, returning to the team fight to kill Cello Mello. Force and Nova are both incredibly low, but the Beast keeps bleeding like an absolute madman, but it's set to the Chronosphere. They're on 3, a fantastic sacrifice from the Sand King. Vico is dead, Omni is dead, Fourth is dropping, Radiant commit their buybacks. It's now a 3v3, PMA, no BKB runs forward, looking for Sonagot, but cannot find the route. So PMA and CB, the longtime teammates, commit their buybacks. They maintain their high ground with the lead. Again, it's only ballooning, 26,000 gold, and Void still has 3 minutes on the Aegis.
Yeah, this guy needs a basher on Troll Warlord. He's going Satanic instead. Dire has a lot of circle ults. Radiant is getting put in the circles. That's my analysis.
Tower is under attack.
It's completely accurate. I agree with you on that one. I mean, we're just...
It was actually, this Omni made a great play. The Troll was getting caught, and the Omni was too far, and he Ogre Sealed Totemed in, and then got the save, which was really funny. Yeah, this item looks so funny.
Thank you. Thank you for
That's my analysis.
your lad's winning analysis. I'm sure. Last...
December has Axe. I mean,
That's true.
he almost has Shard. I don't think he can kill anyone, though. They're just behind by so much. I mean, they're losing by 30k. And Dire's Aegis. I mean, they should probably just wait 40 seconds for Chrono and then just hit. That's what I would do.
And they have killed all of the outer towers. Again, every single outer tower is dead for Moozy is crying, so... If they get wiped, they're down... I mean, look at the buyback status. Radiant have 1 buyback on Marcy. If they get key wipes here, then they are losing their entire base. The game's probably over straight up right then and there, so... It's time to be careful.
Yeah, I don't think they ever threw a lead this big this series, right? They were never ahead.
I think the
this
largest they
much.
threw was 22,000 in game one, something like that. I think it was 17,000 in game one. My bad. So.
Yeah, so surely they don't throw this.
Alright, Void is rooted. Gleipnir will hit familiars, so Stone form one of his familiars exactly. Radiant Glyph. Creeps. Will die. Sonic Goddess Chrono, and 1 minute on the Aegis, just under that actually. Familiars actually are going to die here. Whole City will engage, rolling on up, looking to chain stun Visage, who will stone form himself. Visage remains alive. PMA blinks in with BKB and Battle Transmits the Chronosphere there on 3. A fantastic Chrono. Nova tried to save, but was a little bit out of range. Now against the chain stun on Troll. Troll will die, and that is a dieback on PMA. It's the game finally over. Sand King is it. It's a 4-for-4 fight right now. And now, Vico, his BKB is ending as well. He's being forced back. Sebastian on Visage. Ice Path hits on 1. Sonic got time loss, and time loss out kills the Visage. 4th will buyback. That is 1 more buyback. It just came off cooldown, now used. Rebound the stun on Void. Void still has 2 lives. Nova, low. Sonagod, even more low. But he will regen up with the Aegis when it expires in 2 more seconds. The racks remain alive, but not for much longer. Sonagod is full HP, and right now it's a 5v4. No troll. Here we go again. The melee racks half HP. Dire are sieging. Ember will attempt to save. But what could he possibly do? He's doing his best, but the damage is not enough. Mid-racks are fully dead. Dire heads up. T3 the target. Whole City all chests. And here we go again. Tower half HP. Sonagod still time locking. Chains hit on 2 cores. 1 will method them off. And now, with the tower dead, Dire head for 2 sets of barracks. Range racks certainly will fall, but will the melees? Probably. They go for it now. Burrow Strike hits on 4th Yorlingus. CB will purge, but in comes a Hex. The follow-up stun. Sonagod and Whole City kill the top barracks. It's 2 full sets now, and Dire want megas. Polar Ass no, they are at the doorstep of a top 4 finish. 1 more fight to win. Chrono is up in 50. Patrol's up in 25. T3 tower, half HP. Sonagod is hitting. Gleipnir again on 1. Zonue Vico. The Burrow on 2. Epi on top. The chain stun is perfect. Say goodnight in 4 hours. Polar Ass will beat Moozy is Crying in a 2-1 victory.
Yeah, that was a fun series. I mean, this third game was kind of a beatdown, but so were the first 2 games. Until they turned into a throw fest, and then exciting, and then crazy. So, you know, it was still entertaining to watch this third game and hope to see another throw. Not to say I'm rooting against Polar Ass, but it's more exciting than watching people just get rolled, right? But overall, I think Radiant, they did good this season. I don't know exactly where they were projected, but they had a good group stage, and top 5 is not bad. And you know, Polar Ass is one of the staple lads teams, always making a deep run.
Man. I think this is their 3rd time in the last 4 seasons Polar Ass are top 4. They're just... This is where they're very comfortable. Obviously, they lost the grand finals to you guys 3 seasons ago. They made the top 4. They got 4th place last season. And they're back. I'm gonna drag in Sonagod for an interview, because why the hell not? I got nothing better to do with my time. It's already 1 in the morning, so why not? We're now being joined by the victorious carry player, Sonagod. How are you on this fine evening?
Dude, I don't even feel good about that Game 3 win. This Void hero needs to be put into the ground. KU did it to me twice. I was like, they can't first phase this hero on second pick. That doesn't work. It's a carry. And then we first picked it after losing to it twice, and yeah, it's a good hero. I don't know. Doesn't feel fulfilling.
You know, I want to leak a message from our DMs from about 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, about 2 hours ago. And I quote, My voice is fucked. Make game 2 nice and short, thanks. Let me ask you, what happened in the last 2 hours?
Sometimes we just get too big for our britches when we're winning a game. Like to go high ground and make some questionable plays, and then we inevitably throw and feed. Game 1, it somehow worked out because we had Cello with some goated Phoenix refresher play. Game 2, we didn't get the same kind of help on that one, so we ended up dragging it out far longer than it needed to be and losing in the process.
You got any questions, KU?
Yeah, where'd you come up with this faceless void strategy?
That
was so smart.
Yeah. So in the last series that we played, didn't think that it was going to be first phaseable. We were like, all right, we'll just ban it in the second phase, Like,
so
there's no way.
The thing is, I first phased it against you guys because your offlane player cannot play a ranged hero, right? And there's nothing wrong with that.
Stop leaking strats, man.
It's just I never seen this guy play a guy that attacks from more than 150.
Yeah.
And the counter to void is these guys who attack from like far away and like have these spells. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, just pick void, it'll be fine. What's this guy gonna do? Pick offlane tiny again? And then he picked offlane tiny again.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
So you guys just pick it on 5, which is insane. And they Visage Omni, which is like pretty good against Void, I'd say. And then it didn't matter because you picked Sand King. This is the best hero in the game.
Really?
Yeah, you should always just pick Sand King. That's the secret. We've been saving it for grand finals.
I was what was it? I was having PTSD from our series. I was like, they're gonna just 6 or 7 pick it if we don't pick it or ban it. So just pick it, kind of thing. I don't know. Like the Omni's good, but they didn't like pick anything else that threatened me on the map. So
this Omni was also falling asleep. I'm sure this guy is East Coast.
Yeah,
he's Midwestern. It's only midnight where he is.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Radiant had a very good chance to win this third game. Their Ember could have 1v5, but the Sand King is just blinking on him, and then Omni is standing in the trees AFK. And he's dying.
You can only play save heroes for so long. Sometimes you're going to drop the ball. It happens.
Yeah, also, and then this Marcy Max W. That's my takeaway. Radiant had this one in the bag. Faceless Void first phase is trash. I don't know how Dire went with such a trash draft.
You had no faith in us, man?
Absolutely not. Faceless Void's a bad hero. No need to ban it.
That's fair. Yeah, I got some thoughts if we ever face again about what my first 2 bans against your team is going to be, just based off of this series and the last series alone. So
yeah,
I hope you're ready.
The secret is I only play 1 hero, so it doesn't matter. You can ban whatever you want.
Wait, 1 hero? No, you play 2 heroes.
Nope.
Maybe a third in the wing. We'll have to see, though.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see you soon.
Hopefully. Well, no, hopefully not. We'll see you in finals where we can
absolutely not.
3-1, yeah.
There's no way I'm making it there. So, as you see in the lower bracket.
You guys again, though, dude. Don't make me do this.
All right, Sonic God.
Bulljacks.
Oh God, you actually do play Bulljacks still.
How can you win? They had 3 7Ks. We balanced.
Hey, Polar S notoriously does well against Bulljacks teams. I think we only lost to them last season.
Yeah, I never lost to that guy before in my life.
Never. 4 7Ks, what can you do?
Alright, Sonic God, thanks for coming on. You got any final words, call out, shout to say to people, legal ads, and twitch.tv/BadgerPablo?
I just like to personally apologize to you for extending the game or series for another 1.5 to 2 hours, but thanks for hanging in there. I hope your voice recovers.
I calmed down a lot after game 1. If I went as hard as I did game 1, game 2, and 3, I would not be talking right now.
I mean, game 1 was a fucking clown fest at the end of the series, or at the end of the game, so I'm not surprised that's how you were casting the game. I'm excited to watch it.
I had to dial it down from full throttle to 3rd gear for games 2 and 3. Yeah, it's too late. I'm too tired.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
I was going hard the whole time.
Get out of here, Sonic God.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, KU, speaking of getting out of here, you got any final words, call out, shout, say the people, legal ads, and twitch.tv/BadgerPablo?
Yeah, shout out to Pydoc, shout out to Foreplay, shout out to Kobe, shout out to Kita, shout out to yeah, all the fans, all the haters. Shout out to Bulljacks. Yeah,
All right,
okay,
cool.
good.
Thank you to the viewers for tuning on in for this 4-hour epic between Moozy's Crying and Polar Ass. Congrats to Polar Ass and their 2-1 victory over Moozy's Crying. I'll be back for some Apex between now and...
Shout out to Karan. Okay, sorry.
Jesus Christ. We'll be back for some Apex before Saturday, but on Saturday, what we'll all be waiting for is the Winners Bracket Finals featuring this guy in my cast right here, KU and his sus team, taking on the 2-time defending champions Missus Piss-Eyed Sippy, the Bulljacks Captain Nebula squad at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm really excited to see who I'll be co-casting with. I sent out some invitations to some real interesting gamers, so hopefully we'll see some fun gamers that night. Regardless, I'm going to cast your games, cast your tournaments, contact me, or if you want me to pair me with Logical or an analyst of your choosing for your pro events, DPC sort of stuff, contact me on Twitter, twitter.com/BadgerDota2, or on Discord, Badger5713. As always, really appreciate the viewers for tuning on in for this lengthy session of Dota 2 casting. And as always, thank you for watching, and have a great night.